On March 19, 2016, 52-year-old Maine woman Judi Therianos was reported missing while traveling in Florida. Concerned friends told police they hadn't heard from Judi in over a week. The last time anyone saw her, she had a black eye and was with a man known only as Charlie. Police launched a missing persons investigation. Then, in early April, a woman stumbled upon a badly decomposed body in a wooded area in Newport Richey, Florida. Deputies head to the area to try to identify the body and find out what happened.
I'm taking these off, by the way. I forgot to rain shoots this morning. So
okay, yeah.
But we got the girl's 43, right?
I'm gonna get all 43 in her interview and her footprint or photograph her shoes.
All right, good. Real quick. So look right here.
Oh yeah, those are nice cameras too. They look like they have night vision even. They look like they do. They're multi-lens. Looks like a homeless camp. It's like a female's flip-flop, but you never know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
So that's probably me about 2 weeks. There's a shopping cart back there. My sergeant gets here. Usually we try to shopping cart.
No, I'm not going to go any further. I'm just looking. I think it might be a female, actually. Hey, Sarge?
Yeah.
Looks like it might be a female, actually. Yeah, that might be one of her shoes. There's another shoe back there matching.
We're missing that one girl which I was over with Travis.
How long ago?
It was a girl Peck from 2015.
It looks like a female, but
It was a homeless female that was missing since 2015. Probably her.
Oh, I had the booties on, but
Okay. Yeah, very well may be a female.
Yeah.
It looks like.
yeah.
There's a shopping cart over
And there's the other flip-flop just past her.
Yep.
So.
It might be. That's like a. But I wonder if it's the body is missing female from Newport Richey. I think her name was Pat. Been missing since 2015.
Okay.
So that's a good October 2015.
That body's
been in the bit.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why he's here. He doesn't know.
No, he doesn't. I was asking to get somebody else.
I was
Somebody would know something.
actually here to get coffee.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, your order?
So, all right.
I'll start the crime scene and take care of her and everything. Yes, sir.
Brian, I think, has already started it.
Okay, well, now I'll do her interview and all that, sir. It's not my idea to start you on crime scene log. I wasn't not doing the crime scene log thing with you, or it wasn't me. Hey, I'm Deputy Adamo. I'm just going to do a few things with you real quick, okay? What I want to do is, because you walked back there, I'm just going to get photographs of the bottom of your shoes so I can eliminate your footprints from being back there, okay? I'm just going to do a quick interview with you, okay? So let's go over we'll go over here by this deputy. It's actually the lieutenant's car. We'll go over here. This is good. You okay? Okay. Just want to make sure you're okay. I know it's kind of traumatic. Well, we'll go in the interview in a minute, but. Took a photo of it. There we go. And if you would mind, hold on to the vehicle, face away from me, and then lift your shoes up, one at a time. Just like lift it a little higher. Right there. That's good. Right there. Hang on. The other shoe, if you don't mind. There you go, just like that. Okay, thank you. All right, so let me get this put away.
When you told me we got the car, I thought you were going to search me.
No. Yeah, my allergies been acting up too out here. It's awful. Been sniffling all day. What is your full name? Spell your first name. And your last name. Oh, sure. Your date of birth? And a good phone number for you? What's your address? Spell it. Where's that? The zip? Okay. And this is your vehicle?
Yep.
Florida tag. Disabled. What year is this car? 2007 Ford Ranger. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go over here. It's kind of quiet over here. So, what time did you arrive here today?
I couldn't say because I never look at the clock. I don't know.
Okay, it's 8 o'clock right now. About how long were you here for?
Maybe 25 minutes, maybe?
Maybe 25 minutes, so maybe a half an hour. So we'll say approximately 7:30. And what were you doing here?
I was picking up cans, going through there, picking up cans and stuff.
So you were looking for cans?
Yeah.
Looking for cans. Okay, where were you looking for cans exactly?
Well, I walked all the way down here. I drove down here.
So you drove, where'd you drive to?
From over there to here.
To the back of the parking lot?
Yeah, I came.
So you were in the back of the parking lot, and you drove, and you parked over there in the back somewhere?
Yeah.
You parked up here?
Well, I parked there first and looked for cans
Okay.
on the side.
Okay.
Then I came back over here and looked at the dumpster for cans.
Okay.
Then I started walking back in there looking for cans. And I picked up 3 cans. Didn't see the body. They were right next to me. Didn't even see it.
So you wandered into the woods looking for cans?
And then I turned around, went back for more. And then I almost stepped on this person. I go, oh my God.
So you actually, now when you say you walked back in the woods and you saw a dead body, you immediately recognized it was a dead body? Or you actually were stepping, did you step on it or over her or it, I should say?
I don't know what it is. But no, the second time around I walked back to look for more cans, okay?
So you walked back there. The first time you went back there, did you go past where the body was located? Didn't go that far in. Okay.
The second time when I went back there, okay,
Uh-huh.
I pulled that limb back, okay, and then I started walking back there, and I go, oh my God, it was that body. And then I came back and I called you guys.
Okay. So you basically ventured in the first time, got cans, came back out, went back in a little deeper, pulled those branches back, and saw what you thought was a dead body. Did you immediately recognize it as a dead body?
Looked like one to me.
Okay.
No,
And did you touch anything?
no, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Did you do anything at all out there other than touch the branch? And then you came back out and you called us? Okay. Did you see anything else that seemed out of place out there?
I just looked around after that. No,
Okay. You didn't see a weapon?
I didn't see nothing.
You didn't pick up a weapon? Okay, I'm just making sure. In your time picking up cans, you didn't pick up a purse or a wallet or a weapon? Nothing at all. Just cans, right?
Cans, yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to be missing anything from that crime scene?
No.
Okay.
I know better.
Okay, well, very, very good. All right. Was anyone else around while you were out here?
No.
Okay. Okay. Appreciate it. Just hang tight for a little while, okay? And we'll get back with you. Okay?
Deputies are sent to secure the scene.
Stepped on that porch.
How long ago did you find
Right as the project on it.
it? As you called?
Yeah.
Okay.
I kept smelling something. I walked back there and found some cans. And the body was so good.
She's going to take us back.
You guys set up a crime scene for that black car is close there. And if you guys could set one up over here in the back, please.
How far back do you want it?
I'd say do the picnic tables across.
Right back there.
What would you guys like to do here? Oh, no. I'm gonna grab my tape and run it.
Hey, have you guys seven yet?
Outside, outside.
Has he taken a 7 yet or no?
So you guys haven't did a signal 7 then?
No, it's me. I don't think he has one first.
All right, so you guys will be a primary on this then, okay? Watch your back.
I'm gonna grab my tape for the other side right now.
Thank you.
What?
I'm just waiting on next tape.
I got some. I have a brand new roll. I'm gonna go from there across on the backside. Go move your car. I'll meet you over there. I'm going to the back with. I was gonna go from like the picnic table, just straight across. Oh really? Okay.
You don't want to go back there?
Huh?
You don't want to go.
No, I guess. Am I rolling yet? I don't think so. I am rolling. I'm rolling. I guess 2 out of 4 hasn't had a signal 7 yet, so. But my whole thing was, let's try to make as few trips back there as possible. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. You got enough?
Are you gonna run along the pole so the businesses that come out the door? Or
I don't think they're going to, but I see Sarge is already getting. He's in major crime mode right now.
Oh yeah.
We'll just do it like this for now. From the looks of her truck, she's a yeah. Hold that. That's what it looks like just by looking at all the stuff in her truck. So. I mean, I don't know that. Huh? What? Yeah. Yeah, this was the roll I got from purchasing.
Hey Sarge, you want us to do so they don't come out of the back of the businesses or what?
One of you guys go to these businesses, hey, if you're any disrespect,
Yeah.
conducting a death investigation. Another guy go to these houses along this strip. Ask if they heard anything recently in the past few nights, and or if they have any video cameras that face the back. Okay.
So we're looking a couple of daytime time
Yeah,
frame.
the person's decomp. They've been there probably about maybe 2 weeks.
Oh, you already went back there?
Right. So.
I like your booties.
So again, one of you guys go here. Ask if they have anything. If they have the camera there.
Yeah, there's one
you want
there.
to get the video, if possible. And one of you guys just go to these houses, ask what they've seen. Okay.
Okay.
He's going to be primary.
Okay.
So I'll have him stick around. He's going to do the crime scene log. Right.
Coming?
Wait for
Oh, okay. You want me to put that down there?
So businesses or house?
What do you want to do?
Well, it's whatever you got more seniority over me, so you want me to do that? Or you want me to go businesses?
What do you want to do, bro? I don't care.
Huh?
What do you want to do, bro? I don't care.
document every house you went to, every store, every person you went to. I don't want to like anything you do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all these houses.
Right.
Little trailer park here.
Right.
We'll go.
You got
I'll
enough?
I'll even stay back as a week far as for a week and a half. 2
Yes.
weeks,
Yes.
everything.
Right. Anything
Yeah.
that's gonna hurt anything, the only thing, commercials or anything.
Tell if it's a DSW or.
He's headless right at this point. If you're gonna go into the store, say, hey, have you seen somebody, a homeless person in this area had like a little shopping cart?
Live in this area?
Yeah, with a shopping cart, because he's next to a shopping cart. So I'm pretty sure he pushed it around.
Yeah, probably.
Right. So you
Is it red, blue, white? What kind of shopping cart?
Blue shopping cart.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Okay.
you tell it was a white male.
Right
That
now,
bad?
I would say it's a white male.
Okay.
When we clear this out, we'll get forensics to photograph, we'll cut it, and then I'll say,
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely. We're on it.
Okay.
I'll take the paper.
Well, I can probably tell you half of them are going to be empty. I said I can tell you right now, the one right there in the back is going to be empty. I can see that from here. Here, you want me to hold the tape up so you can drive? You want me to hold the tape so you can drive? You sure? Alright.
While deputies canvass businesses next to the crime scene, other officers look for witnesses in the nearby trailer park.
How you doing? I guess I'll start out with you first. We're conducting a death investigation. Right here in this wood line, there's a badly decomposed body that was just found.
I'm telling you, I can smell some bad shit back there.
Okay. No, it's probably the dead body. It looks to be about 2 weeks old. A white male, and he's got a red shopping cart next to him. Have you seen anything in the past 2 weeks?
About 3 weeks ago, I seen there was a white male back there. He had brought like food and shit like that in the shopping cart, and I left him alone because
Did you look homeless?
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand homeless and all that, but I left him alone, and after 4 days, I didn't see him. Like, didn't hear nothing from him or anything.
And you just saw that one time 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, because we were out back walking the dog and we heard somebody, so he came out, like, got scared, he came out and looked, and because there's some back there.
Okay. Yeah. That's probably who it's going to be then. Was he with anybody?
No, it was just him.
Okay. Did he look like he was ill or injured or did he say anything to you at all?
The only thing he really said was, he said, hey, I'm back here, I'm sorry, I apologize, I'm homeless. I said, it's no problem, man. You do what you do.
Okay.
And that's it.
And that was about 3 weeks ago from the day?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What time is that about?
Midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was late.
You know, I was wondering what the hell thinking.
Yeah, it's probably going to be what it is. We don't know if it's, at this point, we're just still investigating. We were just alerted today, so.
Is that why that chick was standing up there?
Yeah. Have you seen anybody else gone back there since then, or? No. And when did you start smelling the smell?
It's been like 2 weeks,
About
maybe a couple days.
2 weeks?
Yeah. Like I thought an animal died or something, or the sewage. That's our sewage right there. So we were thinking, hey, you know, it might be the sewage.
Right.
An animal dead. Didn't think it was human.
Yeah. Fortunately, after a while, it's pretty potent. Can you think of anything else that might be relevant or anything like that, or? So he was pushing the red cart and had like food in it.
He had a red car. He had a little bit of groceries, like non-perishable things and shit. He's like, I told him, I said, don't worry about it, man. I understand. There was one day he actually walked up to the fence and she was crashed out, and like I heard the fence jingling and shit. And I walk out there and I was like, hey, I'm thirsty. I said, hold on, give me a second. I brought him out. Half these fucking dudes. You know, I'm not about to let somebody sit there and die.
Right, I hear you.
And that's all I heard. He told me thank you, and never looked.
What was it? Do you remember what he was wearing the last time you saw him?
So, I don't remember exactly. Got to shit in there.
That's all right, man. No, this believe it or not, this actually helps a lot because it helps us build the time frame and everything. When you saw him, did he look like well kept, or was he kind of like?
He was kind of like.
Did he have facial hair or anything?
Yeah, he had facial hair, like his like he was kind of scruffy.
Scruffy.
Yeah, like it was.
Like he'd been on the street for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his hair was, I'd say his hair was like, it was combed back. It was like down to like lower neck.
Okay. And then
I'd say he probably was like 5.
Do you remember guesstimate how old he was?
He was I'd say like mid-40s.
Mid-40s.
Early 50s.
Did he look stocky, skinny, fat?
Medium build.
Medium build. Okay. Okay, I really appreciate it, Michael. If you remember anything, tonight you're just sitting there thinking about it, and you're like, oh crap, I remember seeing some other guy that went back there, and I heard a noise or something, or whatnot. Just give me a holler.
A month ago, there was a couple people back there that were.
But we only just heard them. We didn't see them.
Okay.
We could hear giggling and laughing, carrying on. After that,
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How far back from your lot is it?
You could see.
Find my back door. Back there.
Okay.
You see it? The red car back there?
No.
Or was it over here? You can see it and all that. He was chilling back there, and then he like come through here. You can see the little area right here that it was moved. Yeah, I handed it actually right here to him. Over this side of the fence. There's all the beer cans. Yep. There's that bush.
You would see stuff with clothes hung up, and like he had just washed some clothes and hung them up.
Actually, yeah, there it is right there. You got your flashlight dead on.
Okay, I see it.
You see the blue tote and all that?
Yeah.
That's where he was staying.
5-gallon bucket, clothes chilling.
Okay.
Damn.
Come on, boys.
Yes, Mom.
Hey, Force Council, I want to see Lot 13. I've already got a lot of information from them. Where did you find him? Because I'm looking at his camp right now. I don't know if we want to put up a secondary... Well, they're saying, I talked to 2 people, about 3 weeks ago, there was a guy that started living in this woods, about 5'10", mid-40s, white male, scruffy looking, facial hair combed back with a red cart that they saw pushing. And I'm looking at, I have a flashlight on his camp that's right behind lot 13. And they said that about 2 weeks ago, they started smelling a really bad stench. And they hadn't heard anything from him after that. So behind lot 13, I'm looking at his camp right now on the other side of the fence. It looks like there's a mattress, a little setup, and a bunch of miscellaneous stuff back there. So I don't even know how you would get back there. You probably have to go from where you're at. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. All right. Thanks. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Man, I haven't seen those things in forever. Have you guys don't have any cameras out back or in the front, right?
I do not, but Ted does. I'm not sure if
Ted who?
He's the owner of the building.
Okay.
He did put cameras up, but
Yeah.
they weren't up the other day.
Okay.
You want me to call him and see?
Well, we're talking about probably at least a week or 2 weeks. Do we have? Do you ever notice any homeless people that live out back of this place?
I notice people walking all the time, but I don't know who's homeless, who's what. I mean, when I moved in here, there were 2 hookers living under the stairs in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, literally living under the
stairs.
So, I haven't seen anybody. I kind of keep an eye out.
Yeah.
They were pissing and crapping by my door living for a while, but we ran them off a couple of times. But I have found, like, where they go in the garbage and eat the chicken bone. I mean, it's nasty.
Anybody that usually has a shopping cart? You ever seen anybody that usually pushes like a red shopping cart at all? No.
Not offhand, but I'll be glad to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Well, we're investigating a death investigation at the moment. So.
A death?
Yeah.
Where at?
Right there in the corner.
You mean behind the building?
Yeah, behind the dumpsters. So that's why I'm asking certain
questions. They found a dead body?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So that's why we're asking certain questions.
Oh.
What's your name, man?
My name is Dane Weir. I'm the owner of the business.
Say What's the phone number here, Daniel?
9.
Okay.
Oh my God, who did they find?
We don't know. That's what.
Oh, you don't even know the body?
We don't know yet.
Is it a man, woman?
We don't know. But all we know is there's a red shopping cart next to said person.
Oh my God.
And we're trying to figure out anything we can right now.
Let me call Ted. Let me see if he's got the cameras on. I hope he has.
But we're thinking at least a week ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Somebody's done that for Ooh.
So that's why I said if there was any normals that you've always seen.
Does Ted know this happened? Well, you don't even. Let me get a hold of him. I don't know if he owns the property next door too, but I know he was dealing with some of that. That's crazy. Oh, crazy. That's shocking.
Yeah, it'd be.
I can't remember.
It's okay. I mean.
No, I mean, believe me, I want to help him.
Yeah.
But I just don't remember seeing.
Well, Metro has cameras outside, so we're going to try to pull those and see if there's somebody that's normal that always stays back there. We're not sure if it's somebody that's homeless. Like I said, we are trying to figure it out at this point. It is. So, but yeah.
Yeah, that's scary actually, because I'm here late.
But.
Let's see. Still don't see.
Well, it's going to be an investigation for quite a while.
I'm
so,
sure.
Like I said, if you talk to him tomorrow, whatever, and he thinks he might have something to add, he can always call us.
Ted would be the guy to talk to. No, let me find him. Seriously, I want to get him knowing about this, because let's keep it going. What the hell is number?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, here it is. I'll get him on speakerphone.
Just ask him if there's anybody that's normally possibly homeless that walks out back.
Well, he's here every day, and he's late and early, so maybe he thinks it. And he does. Hey, Ted, hold on. Ted, I have the sheriff's department here. They're investigating apparently something about a dead body over there past the dumpsters or something.
That's gotta be near the property.
But he's right here, sir. Go ahead. His head's on the phone. He's on the
Hello? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hi, this is Deputy Pease of the Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
Have, in the past probably at least week or 2 weeks, have you seen anything suspicious or heard anything over there by the north side of the parking lot where the blue dumpsters are by chance?
No, I have not.
Do you know if there's any regular, I'd probably say homeless people that stay up there that are around the red shopping cart by chance?
No.
No?
Not for a while. I haven't seen them for about a year.
Yeah.
I haven't seen homeless people in that area for about a year.
Okay.
Yeah, ever since that store got occupied
Yeah.
next door, I really haven't seen homeless
We're going
people
to
in
be
that
here
area.
at 2 a.m.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, man.
No problem.
Thank you.
Late hours tonight. Come on in. All right. Hold on one. Oh. What's that, sir? I can check. Call me back though. I'm right in the middle of a customer. Call back and I'll look. Give me about 15, 20 minutes. Thank you, sir. That's crazy. Okay.
So, but yeah, that's what we're investigating. That way you guys know. So,
I'll give you his number. He's the guy to talk to.
well, he said he hasn't seen anything. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are kind of the far end of the corner.
Well,
So,
we use that dumpster, but that lady that cleans upstairs has been taking the trash for me, so she does that every week. So I haven't even been down there like for probably a month. I also use that building in the back, and I was back there moving stuff.
yeah.
The last I saw was issues with that was about 8 months ago, and I think the police came and arrested them.
Oh yeah, I think I was here for that. Okay.
Yeah, so that was about the last time.
Well, I appreciate it, Daniel.
Well, that's crazy. If I can help in any way, let me know. All I've got is video
On the
right
inside?
there coming out, and I got basically just two.
Okay.
But I wish Kent would get that thing from here, because I had a shop with me yesterday. I need it. He didn't have it the other day.
All right, Daniel. I appreciate
All
it.
right, well, good luck. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Yes.
Sorry to disturb you.
Yes.
Listen, the sheriff's office is investigating a death invest over here.
That
A death?
in the park?
No, it's right in the woods back here.
Oh, where the homeless people live.
Yeah. It's a very badly decomposed body. So.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, you can see them from the second trailer, right where they were living. A bunch of them.
Okay. Have you seen anything in the past 2 weeks?
I'm here 5 months. They don't come to this fence because
You just hear them?
I can hear them at night. We hear music. They usually put it down because we scream in there. You know, it's 10 o'clock. How about going to bed?
Cut it
Go
off.
to bed.
Okay. Have you heard any weird noises in the past 2 weeks or smelled anything weird?
No. 5 months. They're pretty quiet back there.
Right.
Just like during the summer months, and it really hasn't been hot here yet.
Right.
When I first got here, yes, there were noises.
Okay.
But all the rest of the time, since November, I heard a peep out of it.
Okay. And what's your first and last name, sir?
My first. Jeffrey, my last.
Your first name? Is it Jeffrey or Ery?
Yes, Ari.
And your date of birth? And a phone number for you. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Not a problem at all.
Yep.
What's up? Who's the manager right now?
What's up, man?
Hey, do you guys have cameras out back?
Well, honestly, I have no idea. We just took over this for like 4 days ago. So
No,
we
you're
don't
gonna
know.
work. You're gonna like this kid, you know.
I don't know if y'all working or not.
You guys have only been here for 4 days?
Yep, it's Friday. Well, that's actually almost like a week now. That's all you get.
Do you guys ever see over here in the back any normal, I would say, homeless people that constantly come and go?
Honestly, I'm never here. I'm the district manager, so I drive between St. Pete and here. And from the old manager from the store, he said yes.
Yeah, I'm not seeing people that think it's
He said,
Anybody with a red shopping cart?
a red card.
Yeah. No.
by the old manager, he said, yeah, actually, he said a lot of them over here. That we wanted, but just be careful.
Yeah. And so far the cameras aren't working.
Well, you can come in. I have no other cameras or nothing.
Alright. Let's see if that's still recording tomorrow or whatever. If there's anything on it, that'd be great.
What was going on? Like I can't ask them for the specifics because I'm not going to be there in Tampa, so. Or you can give me like a time range so you can look at exactly at that time what happened.
Yeah, I need like 2 weeks worth from today back.
Oh, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Good luck with that. You got it for a week, so it's impossible if you had the other one.
Well, I didn't know.
We reset the whole thing actually.
They reset the whole thing when?
Like when the day we took over.
A week ago? Well, I'll take the full week.
You take the whole week?
I'll take whatever you guys
We'll
got.
just talk to them, see if they have access to it. And, yeah, just give it to you.
Okay. Well, like I said, if you're gonna go tomorrow, that's my card. Just call the admin line on the bottom, and then just tell them, you know, whatever you got. If you got a week's worth, if you got an hour's worth, or whatever. Okay?
All right, that sounds good.
Appreciate it.
No.
New owners just bought this building on Friday. Everything on the cameras was erased. He said he's
Now, okay, while it was erased, I just hit a mosquito and popped him on my. Yeah,
You could have, yeah.
I did. Even though it was erased, who has access to the hard drives?
I just talked to the district manager. He's actually inside right now.
Yeah.
He's going to check with the main server tomorrow,
Okay.
and he said they're going to.
Mosquito.
Yeah. He said they're going to see if there's anything remaining from this building on their main server.
Okay, but.
So.
Sorry about that. But it doesn't mean that it's a physical drive. We can't get data recovery. Just I don't know if we do that here. I don't know if somebody's capable of doing that.
Oh no, our cyber guys are capable of taking computers. Yeah.
Especially if it's just been wiped and hasn't been rewritten over yet.
Yes.
It can be data recovery off that. So I don't know if we want to try to.
Let's see how voluntary.
We have to come back in the morning or send cyber crimes out. Major crimes will come. They'll go after all the latent shit after this.
And let's see how. Just to let them know, there's definitely going to be somebody that
Who?
He's the lead. So you're just going to give him any 43 you got from the people.
Yeah, most of the businesses are closed. I only talked to people, but like I just told him the Metro guy. He said they wiped it because they just bought this place on Friday with new ownership. He said, but the district manager said he's going to try to get what was left on the DVR tomorrow. That's what I just told him. So the old DVR is still hanging in the back room, and you can see in the back room everything's been. There's nothing there because they just switched owners or whatever. But the DVR is still hanging, so there might be still some left on it. Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
You heard all right, like it was louder than a firecracker.
Like
Like a gunshot, yeah. Like I thought, everybody was out there just throwing firecrackers, this, that, and the other. But then I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, that's louder than a firecracker.
Does it sound like a handgun, maybe a shotgun?
It didn't.
I know it's hard to tell.
No, it didn't sound like a double barrel.
Okay.
Okay. Sounded like a single shot. A single shot.
You said it was around Easter?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear anybody scream out after it, or you just heard the...
Just heard it. Okay.
Okay. Alright. Hello! You live in lot 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm her mom.
Have you heard the news?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. Have you seen anything in the past 2 weeks? Heard anything in the past 2 weeks?
No.
Smelled anything in the past 2 weeks?
I did go behind their house to bathe my dog, and I just smelled bad, but that's been a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
I know she mentioned there was a big party back in the woods a couple weeks ago. I don't even know what day it was.
Big party where the homeless people are?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your first name?
Oh?
Is it with an A or an E?
I
I-E. And date of birth? And the phone number for you? Okay. All right. Thank you. If you hear anything or remember anything, just reach out to the sheriff's office. Okay.
No problem.
Does anybody live in this one?
Yes.
How you doing? I'm Deputy Shell with the Pasco County Sheriff's Office. That's all right. Hey, so the Sheriff's Office is investigating a death investigation that happened in this woods. Yeah, we just discovered a pretty badly decomposed body. So we're knocking on the area doors and trying to see if anybody's seen or heard anything in the past 2 weeks.
God, not honestly.
No?
I haven't even. I knew there, used to be homeless people and stuff out there, and God, I haven't even seen him. And I walk a lot.
Oh, okay.
Up and down 19 and stuff like that.
You haven't seen anything?
No, nothing out of the, nothing unusual.
Okay. You see anybody pushing like a red cart or something? Because it looks like there's a red cart next to the body.
No, not really. And I haven't heard any, kind of,
like gunshots
or any yelling or anything like that and stuff. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, it helps. What's your first name? Phone number for you? Okay. Listen, if you think of anything, just feel free to reach out. Like I said, we just found it, so it will be here probably all night. So.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah,
okay.
If anything I can,
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Hello. Good. What lot is this, sir? 19. Lot 19. Listen, I'm Deputy Shell with the Sheriff's Office. We're investigating a death that happened in this woods right over here. We found a pretty badly decomposed body.
Are you for real?
Yes, sir. So we just found it about 45 minutes ago. So we're trying to reach out to all the residents here to see if anybody's heard anything, seen anything in the past 2 weeks. It appears there's a red cart next to the body. If that rings any bells or anything, if you've seen anybody pushing a red cart, or have you heard anything or smelled anything in the past 2 weeks?
To the truth, officer, I stayed 99.5% of the time outside here, but.
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to think.
Right.
But no, I don't know. The first time I moved here was about a month ago, and I seen some people up against the fence there.
On the other side of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
just hanging out?
I guess they probably was doing some camping or whatever, homeless people.
Okay.
They didn't say anything to me. I didn't say anything to them either.
Hello, my name is Deputy Shell with the Sheriff's Office. Listen, we're investigating unfortunately, a dead body that was located in the woods right here. It's pretty badly decomposed. I was wondering if you've seen or heard anything in the past 2 weeks. No?
I know there was homeless people there at one time, but
Okay.
I haven't seen anybody over there or anybody.
When's the last time you saw someone there?
Oh, it's been probably a couple of months.
Couple months? Okay. Was there just like a couple of them, or 5, 10?
Probably about 4 or 5.
4 or 5? Okay. And what's your first name? And your last? And your date of birth? I appreciate it so much. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you too.
Hey, man, I was kind of thinking.
What's that?
Probably about, I would say maybe a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Same time, you know, right now and stuff, I heard sound like 3 shots.
Okay.
It came, you know, it to me and stuff, it didn't sound loud enough to be like a 9mm.
Right. But it sounded like gunshots, though?
Yeah,
okay.
Just pat, pat, pat.
Okay. And it was coming from that area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
It could be related.
I was just sitting there and stuff, but if you, like I said before, if you need me and stuff,
okay.
You can and stuff.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. How you doing, sir? My name is Deputy Shell at the Sheriff's Office. We're investigating a death. We located a decomposed body over here in the woods. Have you guys seen or heard anything in the past 2 weeks?
No, a dead body in the woods. Where? What woods?
Right behind Metro PCS. No?
We go down there and dump the trash. Look, I do know that there's a couple people that they've accepted some cat. I do know there's a couple people that stay.
There are a couple homeless people.
You know where the water place is? You go down Osner,
mm-hmm.
and turn right, there's that water place.
Mm-hmm.
Over on the left, is that where you found it?
It's directly, you see where the police car lights is?
Yeah, no.
If you go directly straight from there.
I do know back where I'm telling you, there's a couple homeless people that stay back there. I mean,
okay.
They've been back here since Walter's time.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we're working on it right now. What's your first name, sir? And do you have a phone number, sir? Okay. Well, if y'all remember anything...
Here, no, but I mean, if it's somebody that stays in the woods, I mean, because they got permission to be back there.
Right.
I know people.
Okay.
But, if anybody up here, I don't know anybody that stays there.
Okay. All right. Well, if you remember anything or you hear anything...
Dude, I come out and go to the store, and that's it. But you might ask, like I said, go back.
Yeah, I've already made my way
go
out.
Go down Osner. No, listen, go to Osner.
Uh-huh.
And you see going this way, there's like a water place, you know, it's got a fence, everything. But on the left-hand side of that, there's some people that live in the woods. They got permission to be there by the owner.
Left-hand side of the waters?
When you go back the path, you go through the fence, and it's over on the left-hand side.
Okay.
And they probably don't know anything, but they would be more apt to know of anybody that, yeah, because they live there all the time.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. We don't know yet. It's so new.
Okay,
yeah.
If it was somebody staying in the woods or something, they could give you the best answer.
Okay.
I mean, they will ask you to get people.
Oh, I appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much. How you doing? Hey, listen, I don't know if they told you, but we found a pretty badly decomposed body in the woods. It's hard to say if it was natural or if it's a homicide or what at this point. It's so new, and we've only been working it for about an hour now. Have you guys seen or heard anything in the past 2 weeks? Or?
We haven't been here. We just come back and
Okay.
Before we left, there was a guy and a girl there.
In the bushes.
She was staggering around. She was a brunette, probably in her mid-30s.
Mm-hmm.
And he was probably in his...
There's the fence.
Yeah, they were back in there, and they definitely didn't look like they were belonging.
There's a older gentleman and a woman.
Okay.
And like
She was
the
carrying
bushes.
some clothes and stuff. It looked like they were...
It's probably the guy that you were talking about. So, what's your first name, ma'am? And your last name? And date. And the phone number. What lot do you stay at? Are you just the property manager, or do you stay at a lot?
Well, we bring our RV in. We're usually at the end, but we don't have the RV.
Okay. And what's your
East Coast, West Coast people.
Oh, okay. What's your first name? And your date. And the phone number for you. Okay.
How long has it been back there?
It's hard to say with how badly decomposed it is. Probably about 2 to 3 weeks. So, but I appreciate it so much.
I'm sure you get to the bottom.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Investigators take a closer look at the body, hoping a detail will reveal the identity of the deceased.
Yes. We're going to make a pass, and then you guys will be able to come back. You want this little branch going? This one?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'll cut it. Okay. Did I what?
I said, what did you just tell me?
Oh, yeah. Palm fronds out of the way. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that her legs were that far gone and such. Her arms.
Maybe it takes a good amount of time for this.
Even in Florida. Blood. Guts.
know, there's a Four Loko back there, there's a tree back there, some lotion.
Here, let me open up some of these other branches. You want to check out this little bush? Or, all right. Hey, no problem. What did I just step on? Oh. Something. Alright. I'm going to cut this branch. So if you could just hold it here in the event that it doesn't fall on the body. Alright. Yeah. Watch your head. So, what about that one that's next to her leg? I can cut that one off at the ground. Yeah. Yeah. Just gotta watch where I step.
Yeah, you can see that that just kind of blends right in.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been for the snails, I probably would have.
A lot of ants.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Sufficient? Alrighty. I'm going to let Art and his trainee come take a look, see. Hopefully he doesn't contaminate our crime scene with his vomit.
Oh, it's not.
Alrighty, guys. Watch this stump right here. And the flip-flop. Yep. Man, I don't know too many regular homeless streetwalkers that are going to get their nails done like that. So, she may have been a working girl, so to speak. Dancer or something.
They didn't take the ring, so
Nope.
it had nothing to do with that.
Nope. that me or you? Okay. No, his camera's dying. So, anyways, obviously we can't get a good look at the face yet. I guess we're about to. Is it just skull bone? Yeah, that's usually the first place they go for. But this stuff here is from animals. Bite marks. But they
That's interesting the way whatever that was, pantyhose or whatever.
Yeah. It's ripped.
Yep.
Well, what's also interesting is usually the animals always go for the orifices first.
Okay.
Because those are the easy spots: eyes, nose, mouth,
Okay.
vaginal, rectal. And down there actually isn't a whole lot of trauma.
Huh.
So that's weird, but she has been here a while. When they were talking about it. Yeah, you might when we roll her over. But there's definitely ants down there. So.
Just looking at the position of the body, arms up, legs, the jewelry still on, pantyhose.
Well, and this is you can see this little area is cleared out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's a little high spot right here.
Right.
That's where homeless people go to hang out. It's high and dry, and you know, this is where they hang out. You know, we got this tarp over here, looks relatively new and clean.
Who found the body? Homeless lady?
Yeah, somebody over there, I guess. It's coming back here and the shoe. But yeah, I mean she's got her toenails did and everything. See, like animals ate those toes off. But that one still, you can see her toenails and stuff in the grass. So, yeah, but this poor person's been out a while.
Definitely. And we've had a ton of rain and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with the weather we've had, it could speed up the decomposition. So, she actually might have passed in the cold
it could
period.
have been less than a week.
No.
Yes,
This
sir.
has been a while.
Yes, sir.
Good job, guys. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
Yep.
We can walk outside now.
I'm not tampering any. I'm out. I'm out.
We can walk outside
Yes,
now.
sir.
Thank you, Michael.
Alrighty.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Trying to get him in so he can finish up his last report, and then he's done for the night.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, he's got to go home early.
And I'll be back. That's one of us. What is it, like one of the little orange ones?
Yeah, no, plastic. Clear plastic.
Clear plastic.
I just
Clear.
want to know if everybody has it. If you didn't even carry it, that's fine.
I don't think so.
Yeah, see it right there? So everybody has their kit, right? Or their
Oh.
CPR
I
shield.
wonder what's her name.
She was
Sue?
She was just over there.
Alright, I'll find out, guys. Thank you. Yeah, no.
She was just in that spot.
Might have fallen off the permit.
Yeah, I do. I think so. Okay. Stopping recording.
The following day, deputies returned to a nearby encampment, looking for anyone who could have key information about the homicide.
Hello, anybody home? Sheriff's office. Hello? Anybody home? Hello? Hello? Anybody here? It's the sheriff's office. Hello? Hello? Hello, anybody home? It's the sheriff's office. Hello? Anybody home? I'm coming up. Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Sheriff's office, hello? Hello? I'm opening up. Sheriff's office. Hello? $31? $31? $31.
Picture of that guy. Matter of fact, if you look over there, right on the other side of those woods is where they found. That's where they found the dead woman.
Oh wow, okay. How do you get to there from here? You know?
Yeah, go all the way to Green Key and then go up to where the food or the floor place is.
Right.
You cut over there and there's Metro right there. Right behind Metro, there's a set of woods.
You know him, don't you?
I don't.
Supposedly stays back here. He's like 6'5".
Who? I don't think so, but you can check.
Where? Check the other tent over there?
Yeah, over there.
You got cut over there. There's another. They just moved in today, so I don't know about this.
I know. I mean, this is
Not a bad setup, huh?
No. All right. But you haven't seen Judi, huh?
But the guy that owns the property said we
I
can
didn't know
live
anything
here.
about the body. I'm not going to check that out. But young lady.
But yeah, there's other ones.
Did you know
The white lives over here, but he's got big.
Well, there's two tents here that people are living in, but nobody's in right now.
It was some young kid.
All right, there's nobody in there right now.
He's got red hair.
All right.
He's real young.
Yeah, he said he's only gonna stay for a month and he's out of there. So, but we've been here for a little while. You can tell.
Who's the owner of the property?
He owns all. You see all that gravel stuff up there, the gravel piles.
Yeah.
He owns that. He owns that storage down at the end. He owns all the way here and then here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no worries. I mean, you guys have been here. I'll talk to you Thank you.
Actually, Harry told
Assuming
me
you
I
smell
could
31
be the
like I did.
enforcer and kick people out of here because I don't like people shooting up that shit.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
we don't deal with drugs.
Just marijuana, right? The marijuana that you're smoking?
Oh yeah, every once in a while. Right now? Huh? No, we ain't got no more left. No. It's all gone now, though. There it is. Yeah, really. Really? When I turned the TV, I started watching more shot TV.
You smoke it from I see the rolling paper, so you smoke from the like a joint, or you smoke it in a bowl?
Those roller papers are no good.
So when you smoke your marijuana, how do you smoke it?
I'm with a joint.
You do use papers, okay. All right.
But that's every once in a while, man. I mean,
No, I didn't say you harmed me, but I just when I walked up, I could
But
smell
the
it.
nice thing is, we don't deal with spice. I hear that
That's
by
bad.
most people, man.
It is. It's bad.
Yeah, that's just bad. For sure.
All right, guys. Thanks. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Well, because I walked up and smelled it, and Drew said he didn't smell it. And I'm like, if I started second guessing myself, I'm like, I know I smelled it. But.
You wanted to live in the woods.
Yeah.
Hey, take 2 sales today. 34 witness for me, I think.
All these checked? This one's checked right here?
I walked up to it and now, but nobody answered.
All right. There's no log. It's not opening them up. So, hello. Sheriff's office. Hello. Yeah, we may have come a little bit too early. They're all still finishing up their flying signs. Those people said they knew her?
No, never seen her.
So they didn't see, you've never seen her or him. And what about you? Did you talk to anybody? Seen anybody? That knew anybody? Okay.
And those people would know they've been here the longest. They've been here for a long time.
Let's find out where clip's going back over here.
A fingerprint taken from the victim's body is matched to missing person Judi Therianos. Needing more information about Judi's movements leading up to her murder, police turn their attention to her friends, starting with Robert Nadeau.
Hey guys. Hi Jasper. Long time no see, buddy.
Yeah, that was me that we spoke. You spoke to me.
I'm like, what?
Come on in. How you doing?
Thank you. Good. How are you doing?
All right.
Nice
good.
to meet you.
Same here. How you doing? All right. We're gonna talk to you real quick first. Yeah.
We're out here, would you?
Yes.
Come on in.
Jasper.
Oh, Jasper. We played ball the other day.
Excuse my messy house.
That's all right.
I'm a bachelor.
Really?
Me too.
All right.
Yeah, let me shut these over.
Yeah, shut that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Because I don't want to be known as a snitch.
Sure, I get it.
We understand. Trust us.
All right. My dog, I was cleaning the bathroom. My dog, ball went under the bed, and these were on the nightstand. But these are the clothes that were under the bed in this bag.
Okay.
Were all the clothes in the bag initially, or were they
No,
out?
they were out.
Okay, so that you had the bag and the
I
clothes.
just put everything in the basket.
Cool.
I called because I know they took the suitcase. I found these, and I figured I better do the right thing.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah. So the bag was like that it was empty and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it, I didn't feel anything in it.
Okay. The glasses too?
The glasses were on the nightstand.
They're not yours though?
No.
They're his?
I wear trifocals. All right. There was a tenant in here. He was living with somebody else. I know him as Woody.
Okay.
He told me he was selling his car. And I didn't think nothing of it. And then I decided, well, let me see what he wants for it. And he goes, I sold it for a plane ticket. Plane ticket? To where? Chicago. and I guess he just got the ticket. Not enough to get any food or anything. He just got a plane ticket. Who he sold the car to, I do not know. But there's a couple other tenants in here that found that kind of strange that he sold his car. I didn't remember it until I got talking about when I came down to 13 on a plane, and that's when I remembered all this. I have bad memory problems.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot of us that find that strange because as soon as it started being posted on Facebook, it seems like it might just be coincidental. I do know he just got out of jail or prison or whatever. He might be on my Facebook. Let me go get my smartphone.
Do you think that any of that happened to you?
No.
Okay.
No. What are you going to come in here to talk to me about? You sit here.
No, I'm fine. Thank you so much. Been sitting all day. I appreciate it. Yeah.
No, I just don't want to be known as a snitch in here.
I get it. We get it. Now, does that basket yours?
That's my basket.
Okay.
I brought it in there and put that stuff in it because I didn't want to put nothing in the bag. I just threw it all in there.
Bob, what's the
okay, this is him right here. No. Back up.
Bob, what's the address here again?
Drive. Why, I think that's it. Find anything that he posted.
Which is it? 34653?
34652.
Investigation.
David Woodward. I'm trying to find his picture. This is a small picture. I can't blow it up.
Okay. About how tall is he?
I'm 6 foot. I'd say about 5'6", 5'7".
5'6". So I'm 5'7". I have heels on though, but I'm 5'7".
Yeah, you're about the right height. Short hair, brush cut type of deal.
What color hair?
Blonde. But yeah, some of the guys out there even found it funny that he sold his vehicle for a plane ticket.
No, he just left. Yeah. Don't know where the plane ticket was for though.
Chicago. That's all he said.
Hey Bob, what's your last name again?
Nadeau. Nadeau.
And what's your birthday?
I have nothing to hide. I'm a clean, honest man.
I gotcha. I just didn't. I know I have it all written down and everything. I just didn't want to.
The only reason I'm down in Florida is because I had to get away from 2 of my wives.
Gotcha. What's
my first ex-wife and my 3rd wife.
Oh. Thank you.
You know, when I lived in New York housing, I had to do an FBI background check on me.
Very good. Very good.
I try to keep my nose out of trouble. I've done time when I was younger, and I never want to do it again.
It's okay if I take the basket out to the car and then
You can take if you need the basket, take it off.
Are you sure you don't mind? Take the basket?
I don't mind. You might find my fingerprints all over it.
I can bring it back and return it to you.
That's fine.
I'll do that at a later date, if that's okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to cause trouble for anybody, but like I said, y'all took the suitcase, and when I found that stuff, I'm like, oh, shit. I said, well, I'll just call them. I called yesterday, and I called yesterday, and I spoke to, I called at 12:10, spoke to this woman right here.
Okay.
And then she told me to call back. She called back at 12:30 and told me to call back on Monday.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
I have to write things down now because, like I said, I have bad memory. Even though the woman was a little bit crazy, she was still my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, now I feel bad that I didn't tell her just to stay here and sober up. I really do feel bad because, you know, she is a good woman. People are going to miss a really good woman.
Oh, is he allowed to be here?
Go on outside, Jazz. Daddy will be out in a minute.
Can you straighten this lady's clothing?
Yeah.
And then I'll leave a number blank or something?
Yep.
Do you have other items already?
No.
For item number?
Double D does. I don't.
So how do you do your number?
JHB.
Jasper,
01
it's okay. They're not going to hurt
just
me.
one JHB, yep.
They're not going to hurt me, baby. He's a rescue. I got him 7 years ago. His mother got ran over by a semi up in Hemingford, up by the Canadian border. And a friend called me and said they're giving away dogs. So my wife and I drove 33 miles. And I brought my other dog, Bojangles, and there was him and his brother. My other dog didn't care for his brother. He liked this one.
Bob, I'm going to have you sign something here. I'm just doing a property receipt. I put the clothing and the backpack on there, and right here it says, I certify that the property turned in by me to the Massachusetts Sheriff's Office is not mine.
I just seen what you signed for the other.
No worries. I just want to try to do my best to help you guys out.
Thank you so much.
All right, is there anything else that you could think of?
Calm down. Black dog. No, I think that's all I can remember.
All right.
If I think of anything else.
Yeah, you got our card.
No,
number.
actually I got it from Chris because nobody.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, I think that's it.
That's me.
All right, well, if you think of something later,
Yeah, just give me a call. And
we're going to talk to your friends and
we can
see.
even do incognito or,
Yeah,
over
because
the
if
phone.
they find out I gave you Woody's name and that,
Oh, we're
it's
not
all
gonna-
it's all going to come down on
Nobody's
me.
going to say anything. Trust us. We're not going to say anything.
All right, so these guys know about that, about Woody and everything?
Oh, yeah.
They do? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we're going to follow up with these guys, too, and see if they have anything else.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Who's the next victim? Well, since he's on the phone.
You want to
You want to go inside
Yeah.
my house and talk? Okay.
Okay. Thanks for the offer.
Use the mess.
No, it's okay, really.
After speaking with Robert, investigators find another man who claims to have important information about the lead-up to the murder.
Try to cut the timeline.
Okay. Well, you know where the dollar store is over there? And
Yes.
The liquor store?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was about 6 p.m. And me and he walked with me to get cigarettes at the liquor store. We came out, and she was on the side of the dollar store, kind of leaning against the wall of the dollar store. And
Let me stop you. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
When you say you and him, who was that?
Tim.
You and Tim, and then who was leaning on the outside?
Judi.
Okay.
Girl that's dead. And I waved to her. I spoke to her. Couldn't really hold a conversation with her. She was really out there.
Okay.
But I waved to her and he goes, "Who's that?" And I said, "That's Judi. Yes, girl, I've been warning you to stay away from her." And he,
Let me stop you, too. I don't think I asked you this the other day. What did you warn him, and when did you warn him prior to that incident? When did you warn him?
days before, maybe. And everybody else warned him, stay away from her, she's bad news, she's not right in the head. Bob Nadeau warned him too. And when I said it's Judi, that's what we're talking about. He says, I can handle myself. And he walked towards her, and I just kept walking. I thought nothing of it.
Okay.
And I'm sitting on my porch, and now it's dark. That's why I say maybe it was 6 o'clock, because he came back about 2 hours later. And we were sitting on the porch. He was sitting on the couch, and I was sitting on the chair facing him. And he asked me, could I be his sponsor? That's where we met in AA. I said, no, I only have like a week sober. He says, can I tell you something really bad that I did? I said, I guess, unless you killed her, that I did to Judi. I said, unless you killed her. And he goes, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I panicked. I got up and I started pacing. Oh my God. I said, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I said, yeah, how do you think I feel? You know?
What made you ask him if you killed her?
It was, I don't know, I just, you know, I was telling him, if you told me anything you did bad, unless you killed her, I don't want to know, you know. And he said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I was like, holy shit, I'm in the midst of a freaking murder. And I panicked. And I got up and I started pacing back and forth, saying, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And he was like, yeah, how do you think I feel? And then he went on to say something about, and I didn't want to hear no more. At that point, I was freaking out. Something about getting a rush from doing it.
Okay.
And I don't know if he meant just her or, you know, if he did it multiple times to other people, he just said to get a rush.
Was he just kind of spouting off of the mouth? Was he drunk or were?
No, he wasn't drunk.
Okay, so he was.
He was sober.
Was he? Do you think that he was trying to confide in you because he was upset, or he just wanted to talk to somebody?
Who knows what's in somebody's head? I guess he wanted to confide in me. And first he asked me to be a sponsor because, you know, in AA you're not supposed to, what you hear here, who you see here, let's stay here and all of that. And I said, I can't be a sponsor, I only got a week sober. And he just confided in me, I don't know why.
And when was this? From the time that you saw her at the store, and you said, "Yeah, I'll be all right."
Yeah.
He breaks off. When did this conversation?
A couple hours later, he came back. It was dark. It was dark by the time he came back.
Was anybody else around when you guys were having this conversation?
No.
Where was it? Here or was
right
it
inside my porch, right outside the porch, in the porch. And what was I going to say? And what else did he say? And then later on, I don't know if it was that night or the next night, I think it was that night, or the next night, he said, yeah, I've been back to the spot 2 times with alcohol. And
did he say what the spot meant?
no. I don't think he actually said the spot. He said, I've been back there twice with alcohol.
And when you say alcohol, or when he said alcohol, did he meant like drinking alcohol?
He drinking alcohol. I got the total feeling that he meant alcohol to clean,
kind of like
clean up or whatever.
Like a peroxide type of a thing, like it's
alcohol,
like alcohol, rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, not drinking.
Not drinking.
No, not drinking alcohol.
Have you ever seen him with alcohol then?
Yeah, he drinks.
Okay, have you ever seen him with rubbing alcohol?
No. I don't know where he got the alcohol. I don't know. No. And starting that night, now I'm like freaking out. I couldn't really sleep for days. I barricaded my door. I sleep with a knife under my pillow. I sleep with my phone right in my hand. And I'm like, and I told him, I blamed it on the management. I said, you can't stay on my porch no more.
Right.
You know, I wanted to handle it tactfully. And I told him, I said, there's a school right here. They do background checks. If you have anything in the criminal record in your background, you know, they're going to find out and they're going to kick you out or whatever. So then he moved in next door to Bob's.
Did Bob know what was going on at all?
No. I lived with this till I went on my own to the police department and told Detective Iapolo or something. Iapolo.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, you know,
Did you actually go to the police department, or did you call them?
I went on my bicycle.
Okay.
I went on my bicycle.
And how many days after?
I don't know. 3. my regret is not throwing it right away, but who deals with this kind of stuff?
Right.
I mean, I didn't know how to deal with it.
That's okay. You did what you thought was right.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
Can you help with a timeline with regards to the day that you guys went to the store?
Yeah.
Right. Where was Tim staying in between that day and the day that he got arrested?
He was staying here for a few more days,
Okay.
so I told him he had to move, and then he was staying, when he got arrested, he was staying at Bob's in the back bedroom.
So he was there ideally for, what, 7 days-ish?
Yeah, 2 weeks or so. And I was like, damn, you know, this freaking guy's right next door to me, and, you know, my thinking was, I'm the only one that knows that he confided in, and to him, I'm a liability, so I was afraid he was going to kill me, you know. I still am. I mean, if he doesn't get arrested for this. But he's the one who did it.
When we initially talked to you, you told me something about, he told you some things that she was saying.
Oh, help me, help me.
How did that come out?
Right, yeah.
It was just all in when he started telling me, you know, and
The same day?
yeah, that night.
The
that
initial?
night, the initial night, yeah. Help me, help. He said she was yelling, help me, or help, one or the other. I don't know. I think it was help me. He was trying to tell me how it seemed to me. He was trying to tell me everything that took place, everything about him killing her. And I didn't want to hear it. I was panicking.
Do you recall anything specifically that he said as far as like how he did whatever he did to her?
He didn't go. By me freaking out, he shut up. He started pacing back and forth.
If they had sex, either consensual or not?
I have no idea.
You don't know if he got it involved at all?
I have no idea, but I doubt it, but I have no idea.
Does he have any other friends that you know of that are...
The only other person that I know he knows is his brother who lives on Leisure Lane, Jared.
Anybody else that you can think of that you kind of hang out with over here? Or?
No, he just hung out with us.
Do you know any other spots where he used to frequent and hang out?
No.
Like down the road, north or south, or across the street, or back east?
As long as I knew him, I saw him at meetings. We went to meetings together, AA, and hung out on my porch, you know, and even from the first night that he slept here before all this happened, I locked my door. You know, I said, no offense, but I'm locking my door.
How long have you known him for? When did you first meet him?
About a week before he confided in me.
So you have only known him for a short period of time then?
A week or two, almost 2 weeks or a week.
When did he start coming around? At that time? Or?
Well, we were at a meeting. I was at a meeting, a Tropical Attitudes meeting, and he came up to me afterwards because he was homeless, and he asked me if he could crash on my porch. And I'm a people pleaser. I wanted to say no, but I was like, yeah, I guess. Now that reminds me, there is somebody else, Trevor.
Okay.
Is another homeless kid, and he has pork chop, sideburns, and he slept outside with him.
How old's Trevor?
In his 20s, maybe.
Where does he frequent? Do you know?
I don't know where he sleeps, but he goes to AA too. He goes to the A Club.
Do you have a phone number for him, Trevor?
No.
You have a phone number for Tim?
No.
Did he have a phone?
He didn't have a phone. He always was using my phone to call his brother or to get money from his brother for cigarettes and for his drinking.
Does he drink a lot, or was he really trying to do better because of AA?
It seemed like he was trying to do better, and then all of a sudden, once he was out of here, because I guess I was an influence on him. I went to meetings 2 or 3 times. This meeting, by the grace of God, 3 times a day, 7 days a week, within walking distance. And I would be like, let's go, we're on to the meeting. And once he moved out, he went downhill again. And he just wanted to drink.
So how long did he stay here?
A week and a half. But I made him stay on the porch.
So he was here for a couple days after that conversation took place between this incident.
Yeah.
And then, so about a week or so, or less than before?
About a week or so before he confided in me, before this happened. And then he moved on to Bob's. But Trevor might be able to tell you more. You know, who knows? I don't know.
Explain.
He's a heavy set. Trevor's heavy set.
Okay. White, black?
White.
Tell her about when you told me about Bob saw on Facebook about her missing.
Yeah. And he kind of.
When was that? From the day that the conversation took place, when that all happened?
I want to say maybe a week later.
Okay.
You know.
And what happened?
And he brought it up on Facebook. He said, and he was reading it verbatim what it said. Mm-hmm. And Tim kind of like walked away. You know, when I initially went to Detective Apollo, I was afraid to confide everything I knew because if he didn't get arrested, he would know it was me because of what he confided in me, and I'd be, you know, I was afraid for my life.
When the Facebook thing over at Bob's, and when you went to Detective Apollo, which happened first?
The Facebook thing. I found out about the Facebook, and then I said I gotta go and tell cops.
Okay.
If she's missing, because I, you know.
Do you remember? Was it the same day? Was it the next day, or?
I don't know. That's like it.
Okay.
Because you had mentioned something about him wanting to turn himself in.
Oh, because he showed me, he picked up mail from his brothers on Leisure Lane, and he said, and I don't know, misdemeanor from felony. I don't have a record. I've never been involved with the law. And he had 2 counts, and he said they were felony warrants. That's what he told me. Of threatening his brother and his brother's girlfriend or some girl with a knife, with a butcher knife.
Okay.
At that residence, I believe.
On Leisure?
Yeah, on Leisure Lane, I believe, took place. And and then Detective Apollo told me that it was a misdemeanor warrant. I was like, damn.
Well, bond's like $25,000. So
Yeah.
unless somebody's going to have a miracle or they use it.
Yeah.
So you really can't tell if it's going to be a timeline with regards to maybe a week after you guys had that conversation.
Yeah.
Was the Facebook thing?
It could have been days.
Okay.
Could have been, you know, but I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know who put on Facebook. He said it was some girl, a friend of hers or something, and then only recently I asked Skinny Bob, who wasn't.
He's
not
the one that
there
lives down there?
Yeah. Okay. I nonchalantly mentioned Facebook, and he pulled it up and said, "Women visiting from Maine missing in Newport Richie." And that was it. But Bob Nadeau had a whole 2 paragraphs or so on Facebook.
Anything else, Detective Bob, you can think of?
The night that he came back and told you all that, can you remember, was he wearing the same clothing as he was earlier, or can you not recall?
Probably the same.
Okay. Was he a guy that changed every day, or did he go on wearing the same clothes for days at a time?
And he wore the same clothes. Yeah, because he didn't have the money for the washing machine here, and Bob didn't have his washing machine hooked up yet, so.
So, Nick, I want to tell you, since I'm the lead, obviously, and there's a possibility that Tim's going to get out of jail. right now. Not now, literally, like this second,
Right.
but there is a possibility that it's going to get out because we can't hold him on anything right now. Okay?
Meaning he has a bond.
Correct.
You know, because currently he's in there for that charge that Newport Richie arrested him on, and he has a bond.
It's $25,000 bond, like I said.
Right.
So unless somebody can come up with $2,500 to get him out, he's probably not going to be getting out anytime soon. However, we can't legally hold him in there.
Right.
Okay? So there's a possibility he's going to be getting out. He's not going to know that you talked to us.
Right. Yeah.
Not at this point. He's not going to know. He's
Unless
not
you
gonna
charge him.
Unless we charge him. Okay? But I'm just telling you right now, I'm giving you my word, he's not going to know. He's not going to know. He's not going to know. Okay?
Okay.
So when he comes back, he's probably going to be here.
Yeah.
All right?
He might come back with clothes or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and if he comes back for his clothes, then Bob can just say, well, I didn't want him in my house, and they took him.
Yeah.
Whatever. But that's for him to deal with.
He can say anything, you know. He can say that someone stole him.
Right.
Yeah. So we don't want to implicate him in anything, especially with them.
Right.
We don't want to implicate him with his brother.
Right.
Because we're not at that stage. So there may come a time where he's going to talk to you again, maybe confide in you.
Yeah.
Because if he's, let's just say he's in there, presumably not drinking, right? Unless he's getting hooch or something.
Right.
Presumably he's not drinking, so maybe he'll want to stay sober for a little bit longer. And if he starts to confide in you, maybe if you're comfortable with it, we'll do a wire. We'll just have to see if it comes down to that.
Right. Right.
Okay? Presumably he's going to come back here.
Well, they don't want him. Management doesn't want him here. And Stephanie, the manager, told me. I said, "What do I do if he comes back after they arrested him?"
Right. Yes. Yes, sir.
And she said, "Just call me on my cell and tell me, how to remove or whatever."
Okay. Okay. I would assume that he'd come back, but he's not going to know that we're not. I'm not going to go talk to him.
Right.
Not right now. I'm not going to go talk to him.
Right.
There's no point in me doing that.
Right.
So
You have the body though. I mean, right? I mean,
it's a lot more complicated than that, but it's a lot more
I
complicated.
wish that he would just fess up, man. Because I want this.
Can you tell her?
I don't want to worry about seeing this piece of crap.
Can you tell her what she was wearing when you last saw her that day over there?
It was, I want to say a sundress. I don't know if it was a sundress. It was like a thin white dress, maybe down to her knees. And to my recollection, it was white and had different color stripes or something, blue and red or something like that. To my recollection,
Do you know what kind of material it may have been?
No.
Okay, that's okay.
It was cotton. I don't know if it was, I don't know.
Anything else?
I mean, I have no problem if hopefully it comes down to that he's charged with this. I have no problem testifying,
Did I appreciate that too. You mentioned something about maybe. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Quick about IRS. Do you want us to say anything about the IRS when we're out there? The reason why it's taking so long for us to talk to you?
What she's referring to is when you initially said, "Hey, can I talk to you about something else? I got some problem with the IRS or whatever."
Do you want us to mention anything? Because it's taken a lot longer.
Or even it's something that you could say. It's, you don't have to wonder what's going on. We're going to talk to the other guy, Chris, too, again. That way they don't realize we're singling you out.
We don't need to, but we're going to talk to him just in case.
Right.
But it's going to take a little bit longer, so you're going to have to think about that when you leave. Just FYI. I'm sorry.
Also, the other thing I was going to mention was you initially told me about him being like horny and...
Oh my God. I gotta get laid before I'm gonna turn myself in with those warrants that he showed me. I'm gonna turn myself in. I'm gonna turn myself in next week, then for the next week, and date, Then he was saying he can turn himself in on a Monday, and the Friday I called Detective Bipolar. I said, the guy's still here, man. And they came and picked him up. That was a Friday, I believe, that they picked him up. But now I forgot the question you asked.
About sexual.
Oh. He was turned on, and didn't matter what age, they could be 83 years old, he wanted to have sex with her. Here's another thing. He also confided in me that he used to work at a nursing home, and he said that one time he was walking down the hall, and an old lady said, "Sonny, come here, the party," and he said she offered him her prescription of Xanax to have sex with her. I was like, dude, she in her 80s, you know. And I said, and he said he alluded to doing it every month, and I said, you did it more than once with an old lady? And he goes, and all of a sudden he's like, no, just that once. But she kept giving, he claimed that she kept giving him her script. And then he said, he goes, and I came in one day and they were wheeling her out. My imagination, it could be, you know, there might be a string of murders.
Wheeling her out meaning?
Dead.
Dead.
You know, my thinking, you know, I watch a lot of TV, is that maybe he murdered her. Maybe he was murdering.
Where was that home? That
I have no idea.
Okay. Was it in the state of Florida? Is he from Florida?
I believe so. I believe it was Florida.
Okay.
I could be wrong. But
okay.
Do you know if he liked rough sex or if he liked, you know, choking and that kind of stuff?
I have no idea.
Do you know of anyone else that he's had sex with? Did he ever tell you, like, hey, I had sex with this lady or this girl? Or anything
but he
like that?
was like, oh, Trish was looking so good. And I'm like, the old lady Trish? He's like, yeah. I was like, dude. Yeah. I have to do it. You know, and then there was also a 15 or 14-year-old girl who goes to the Tropical Attitudes AA meeting. And he mentioned her once. I said, she's 14 years old, bro. Oh, okay. But he was into anything. The age didn't matter. I mean, no matter how old they were. He was literally turned on by old women.
Did he tell, I know when he told you that he had the warrant for something with a knife, you said his brother
against
someone else.
two counts of
Did he tell you about that incident?
No.
So he just told you he had the warrant. He didn't give you any of the
He
details.
literally handed it to me and I read it. And basically said, you know, threatening with a butcher knife against his brother.
Meaning, did he tell you that he did that or didn't do it?
He didn't say he didn't do it. I guess he said he did it. You know, he said he was drunk. You know, so he said when I drink, you know, it's bad. I never saw him drunk. I saw him drink. You know, and then I walk away from that situation.
Have you ever seen him do anything crazy? Have you ever been around him when he's done anything like wild, anything out of what a normal person would do?
No, except just being turned on by 83-year-old women.
Yeah, it's pretty
yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, I mean, come on.
Besides that, anything else like crazy?
I never saw him do anything, no.
Okay.
But he definitely was weird. And one night, before, I think this was before he confided in me about what he did, I locked my door every night. And one morning, I wake up and he's going to or coming out of my bathroom. I was like, I locked my door. And then, like, so another time he goes, well, your door's easy to open. All you gotta do is go like this, something like this. I mean, that door. I was like, oh my God. And then I started putting, even though the door opens out, I put my table in front of my door, TV in front of the table, and the chairs against there so I could hear chairs being pushed against the floor. And I trapped my screen door onto my porch. You know, I put nothing past him.
Right.
I don't know why he chose to confide in me, but he did.
But the other thing I was going to ask, you said you went to the Newport Ridge Police Department and talked to Detective Iafola about it. did you only talk to him one day about it, or did you ever talk to him a second time? Or?
I called him 2 or 3, a couple other times. I called him once or twice, afterwards, to tell him a little more. And I forgive me for not being.
And that was going to be my next question.
Telling him everything.
What did you tell him?
Afraid.
Like, what portions did you tell him?
I told him that we saw her. No, I told him that we were sitting on my porch and that he came back after a couple hours of being separated, and that he said he did something really, really bad to this girl.
Did you tell him which girl it was?
No. And I said, and then they started pulling up on Facebook about her being missing, and I said, just judging by his reaction, I said, my gut tells me that he did something to her. But I apologize for not, I was just totally out of fear, because I said to myself, this is all circumstantial. If they don't even find the body, she's missing, they don't even have a body, he's going to know it came from me if he don't get arrested. And I figured he would come looking for me, because I was the only, as far as I know, I'm the only one that knows everything he confided in.
Did he ever carry any weapons?
No, I was, because a lot of people do carry knives in Florida, a lot of people, but I never saw any weapons I never saw him having any weapons, but he was into guns. He mentioned liking a 380 a lot, and his father was a Vietnam vet and barricaded himself. He was an alcoholic too, barricaded himself in the house and shooting, and had a shootout with the cops or something like that. So he didn't come from a normal background.
Okay. How about him drinking? What did he drink? What type of alcohol?
He drank, I think I saw him drink a little Fireball, but I'm pretty sure he said he liked bourbon.
Okay.
But he would drink anything. He would drink beer, he would drink vodka, he would drink whatever.
How did he get money? Did he have money, or?
He borrowed money from his brother, or the goodwill of people over there. They have their drinks. Nobody over there is alcoholic.
Whenever he paid for things, did he pay with cash, or did he have a credit card or debit card or anything?
He got cash from his brother on Legion Lane, Jared. Yeah. Like every week he would get $10, $15, $20, and he'd spend it on beer and junk. He bought junk food. He had a lot of junk food, but he always bought some alcohol. They'd be able to tell you better what he drank.
Okay.
Because he did the drinking over there. He was going to drink over here in my house. So.
So we think that he was staying over at Chris's. I'm sorry, not Chris's. Over at Bob's.
Yeah.
For during that time when you kind of kicked him out to when he got arrested.
Yep.
Okay. All right, thank you. Here's my card.
Thank you.
Do they know next door?
Anything I told you?
They don't know about that, right?
No.
Do they know next door that about the body and that we've identified it and things like that?
Bob mentioned this morning. He said, "Yeah, they found the body." He said, "And it's her." He said, "And it was her."
So they do know that we found Judith, or?
Yeah, Bob knows. That's what Bob said. And also, I heard they found more than one body.
Okay.
But I don't know. Oh, they found 3 bodies. They found
the streets are going to talk and have a bunch of
different things.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
All right.
I wish I could give you more, but
no, you've been a big help.
Very good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You can call me. Let me write myself down.
Okay.
Call me anytime too, and if something happens, we can start to talk, or you want to talk.
Now.
Try to hook you up and see if we
All right.
get it on recording.
Okay. All right. And when he said he got a rush, I got the feeling it sounded like he was saying more than once. It's a rush when you kill somebody. He didn't say when you kill somebody, but that's what he was talking about. You get a rush. And I just got the feeling he was talking about more than once. You know, I could be wrong.
All right. You think of something later on? Yeah, give us a holler.
Yeah.
Call either one of us.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time, man. We're gonna go talk to Chris, and you can let them know later on whatever you want to, as far as like why we talked for so long. If they ask you, I don't know if they're gonna ask you or not.
Yeah,
but
right.
We say.
I'll mention that I was asking you about New York State law as far as back child support or something like that.
I'm from New York too, and stuff, so we talked about that. So.
Well, thank you. Very nice meeting you.
All right.
Have a good day. You're welcome. God bless.
Police continue canvassing the area, speaking with another resident, Chris Ely.
For Woody?
Yeah. That's the last phone number I had. I like your badges. Can I get one of them stars? I guess I'd have to go to a pawn shop to get one, eh?
Yeah.
Hang it on my wall.
I actually got a funny story. I got a pink badge today because I ordered it for breast cancer, and everybody was making fun of me. So, like, no.
I like your pink handcuffs. You want to
Yeah,
handcuff
thanks.
me and beat me?
It's an embarrassing way to go into the jail when the guy's going there.
It's not funny when you're wearing it when you walk into the jail. So.
I don't know. I don't care. My hair was pink for over a year.
We can sit in the car if you want. We got the AC and everything.
I'm going to be leaving with my friends this thing. I got
okay.
doctor's
What time is your doctor's appointment?
not till 1.
What time to make? You can sit shotgun. I just want to think I have to move some. I know you're a big guy, and here, let me move that out of the way.
Yeah.
You're good. I'll move it.
I get cold. You guys can have the air. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
You move them So just kind of the same stuff that we were talking about the other day with regards to Judith and everything. Is there anything that you can think of that you didn't tell us, or?
There's not a thing. The only thing I know is I don't know that Woody. I might have met him, I'm not sure. But the room is a car. One-way ticket to Chicago.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Alright. Think about Judi, who she hung out with, where she was when she was with you guys, or, when Bob picked her out and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, can you think of anything?
Oh, he kicked her out just because she was so drunk. She tried to pass out on her. And you can't have that with the office right here.
Was she ever, did she ever mention hanging out with anybody in particular? Did she ever?
All I know is that Laura girl that used to live in the park.
Right, okay.
The one that identified the body, I guess.
Okay. Do you know Laura's phone number? Do you have it? You know her last name or
I've only
anything?
met her twice.
Okay.
Over here, Bob.
Okay. And you don't know maybe of Judy's family or anything that you know of? Do you know
We've never had deep conversations because she was so drunk all the time. I kind of avoided her.
Do you know where she was staying when she went missing?
I have no idea. I know she asked us if we had a tent, so I think she was living on the streets.
Did
you know if there's like a campo or across the street or anything? Or?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Did she say any names who she might have been staying with? When she said she was going to stay in a tent, she didn't say who she was going to stay with?
She didn't say anything about anybody. She just asked for a tent. We told her we didn't have one.
Do you live with Bob?
No, I live right down Preston Drive.
Who all has lived with Bob in the last, that she would maybe know?
The only one I know that's ever stayed here is that Tim kid.
How long did Tim
probably a couple weeks before you guys picked him up, maybe.
Did he know Judi?
He knew Judi.
Okay.
She was always around.
Okay.
She hung out with this Bob and some lady who lived down the street here, but they moved out. They were good friends. They all drank together, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know his last name. I don't know her name.
Okay. Do you know what Judi used to like to drink?
Vodka and beer.
Okay. Do you know how she got money? How did Judi get money? Or
I have no idea. I would think she was on disability or something. She must have got money because she was always lit. Maybe family members gave her money. I don't know.
Okay. Do you know if she had a phone by any chance?
She had a phone.
Okay. Do you know phone number or anything? Okay. What about nobody, a boyfriend, a husband that she used to talk about? Nothing like that.
Like I told you, I tried to avoid her.
Yeah.
Because she would turn crazy and start doing this.
Where'd she get? Did she get like ninja stuff, or did she have training, or?
I have no idea. It wasn't really kung fu or anything. She would just make moves and then talk like a little kid.
Like what? Use baby language or use like
the voice?
High pitched.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the first time we spoke, when I spoke to you down the block, you mentioned something about a credit card, finding a credit card or something like that you gave to somebody.
Oh, I never found a credit card. That's not me.
Okay.
No, nothing else you can think of with regards to maybe her having a friend other than the Laura girl.
Laura's the best friend she had. That's all I know.
Yeah. And Bob, like she
and
didn't.
Bob and that girl, but they moved out. They got kicked out of here.
Okay. Did she confide in Grizzly Bob at all, or?
I don't think so.
Okay.
She would always say she's going to the store. Did we want anything? And we'd say, yeah, get some Jim Beam or something. She'd come back and say she drank it all before she got back.
Oh, really? So she drank a lot then?
Yeah.
Was she, I mean, more than like your average woman, or?
Every time I saw her.
Where'd she go to the store? Just right there
Just
at
right.
Coastal?
I think she got kicked out of there once.
If she got kicked out of the liquor store?
Yeah, because she was so inebriated.
Chris, what's the spelling of your last name? Is it E-L-Y?
Yep, Ely.
What's your birthday? Thanks.
No, but she never mentioned maybe to anybody about anything about her home in Maine.
I know she's from Maine. That's all I know. I don't know why she comes down here or what the problem.
And did you know her in the past? Somebody had mentioned, I think it was Bob had mentioned to me last week or whenever, that she had come down last year or something, or?
Well, I haven't been here a year yet.
Okay.
How long have you known her?
Yeah.
Memory's not great, but I'd say 4 months maybe.
Was it this year that you met her?
This year, yeah. I've been living in the trailer, I think, 7 months.
Okay. So you weren't here when she supposedly came down last year. Did anybody mention about her coming down? Oh, here she is again, or anything like that? No. Okay. And how long did Bob let her stay there?
I think just one night. Yeah, because she started acting goofy.
But he let the Tim guy live there a couple weeks.
Yeah. He didn't know that he had a warrant.
Oh,
They came to pick him up. Me and Nick were sitting out front when they all came. I guess there's a whole bunch of them behind the trailer, too. He didn't put up no resistance or anything.
Oh, okay. To your knowledge, you don't know Judith had a warrant or anything like that then?
No
or that
clue.
she was wanted or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
So I wish I could be more help, but like I said, I avoided her.
Yeah. Do you remember what she was wearing the last time you saw her? Or when the last time you saw her was?
I can't remember that.
Okay. I think that's what she was wearing. What kind of clothes did she like to wear that you remember?
She always wore like a
with a hooded sweater or something.
What does it look like?
It's either black or dark blue.
Even like in the heat, she'd wear a sweater?
No, once it got hot, take it off.
Dark blue, you said, but she wouldn't wear it obviously when it's purple. Clothes or underwear. You know anybody that would know any of the answers to the questions, like where stuff was, or?
Bob doesn't know, and Nick don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Anything else you can think of?
Nah.
No.
I think that's it. If you think of something later on or whatever.
Yeah, I think I give you mine, yeah. Yeah, if you can think of anything, even if you think it's dumb, just give me a call. You can even leave it on my voicemail if I don't answer.
I surely
Just,
will.
I mean, anything, even if, like I said, even if you think it's dumb. Like, I remember she wore a size 8 shoe or whatever.
Okay.
Or if somebody mentioned something about, yeah, I remember her clothes being behind this house, or, you know, whatever. Or she was staying with somebody over there, or, you know, anything that you can think of that you remember would be really, really great.
Okay.
Anything, even if you think it's something that doesn't mean anything, it may mean something to me, you know, or to us. So.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for talking to
Thanks,
us.
man.
I hope you're making your appointment on time. I was trying to hurry, so.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day.
As investigators continue working the case, they get a tip from a jailhouse informant who has been housed with Timothy Johnson while he's been incarcerated on an unrelated charge.
Hey, Mr.
Back.
In the booking area, just okay. Thank you. This is my partner, Detective Burbridge. My sergeant can't make it today, so.
Okay, I've got a lot more information. Actually.
Yes, sir. Okay.
I also have somebody that's willing to collaborate.
Okay.
And he said he'd be willing to wear the wire.
Okay.
So, okay, now.
Who is that? Just a.
Yeah, what's.
His name is.
Okay.
In my part.
Is he the guy?
No.
No, so
He's
that's
not.
a different person then.
He's the guy. He is the guy that originally I thought was just starting rumors, and as it turns out, he wasn't. Because as it turns out, Timothy went to him originally, and then he went to Jason, whatever, Jeremy, whatever his last name is. Now I got what I do have. Okay.
You took notes.
Yeah, I took notes. Yeah, because there's no way in the world I can remember this. Now, at the end of this, it's a little graphic, so.
No, trust me, I'm a cop. It's not a big deal.
Okay, all right. From what I did get was.
Hey, let me ask you too. Is this stuff that you just talked to him about, or you got from talking to other people?
No, this is from him.
Okay.
The woman's name was Judi or Judith.
Okay.
Okay. He told me he was having sex with her.
Okay.
She wanted him to stop. He said at that time he didn't want to stop. He said he choked her. She passed out. He said at that point he got scared. He pulled her shirt over her head. What I told you the other day, hit her with some kind of board. I don't know, a 2x4, a stick, something. He said he took her debit card. This is supposed to be on 19. I don't know this area.
Okay.
Newport Richie maybe.
Yes, sir.
Like
Okay.
that. And there's supposed to be a Waffle House over there. He said he took her debit card, went and ate breakfast, went to another little store and bought beer, and then came back, like I told you what he did after he came back with her.
Did he tell you that yesterday, though?
Yeah.
Okay. What did he tell you yesterday?
He said that he went back and had sex with her, and I was like, really? Wow. I mean, that's kind of...
That was after the Waffle House.
After the Waffle House, after the beer. Okay, then he said he got nervous about DNA.
Okay.
He said he went home and he got a bottle I think he said alcohol. I'm not sure.
Is that liquor like you drink, or is that rubbing?
Probably a rubbing alcohol. But I was thinking he was thinking to cleanse her of the DNA.
What home did he go to grab that? His house?
He said he went home. I don't know his home, somebody else's home.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know. That I don't know. That's about as far as I got with him.
Okay.
I was almost sorry that I wasn't wearing the wire, so that you guys could have got that. So I didn't have to write it down. But like I say, this guy,
yes, sir,
is he says, it makes him nervous.
Did Tim talk to Johnson? Did he talk to him personally?
Yes.
Okay, so obviously I only want to talk to people that have spoken to him personally, not people that heard it from a rumor mill or hey, heard Blow Joe over there killed somebody.
When was it the first time that you talked to him about it personally?
He was having problems in the dorm with a couple of people that he mentioned this to, and they were ragging him. And
so he mentioned it to them first.
The we know, right? Yeah, he told us that yesterday.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I said to him, you don't have anybody to blame for this conflict because you opened your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So I took him outside onto the rec area, and I said, listen, I don't understand. Is this true or is this not true? Because if it's true, why would you say something? And he told me it was true.
So if you don't mind, like we did yesterday, let's go over it again. You guys, he said he was having sex with her. Did they have sex for a long time? Was it like a couple days?
No, I think he just met her.
Met her. Did he say that?
He didn't say that, but I'm assuming that.
Okay.
I am assuming that. I don't know. It didn't sound like somebody that he knew a long time.
And it was that the first time they had sex then?
I don't know that either.
Okay. And they were actually engaged in intercourse, penis to vagina or
yes.
Penis to vagina, okay.
Yes.
And she told him to stop mid-act, or it was the second time?
No, I'm pretty sure mid-act.
Okay.
She was telling him to stop. He said she was saying like no, something like that. Stop. And he put his hands around her throat, and I think he caused her to pass out.
Okay.
I think he thinks he killed her at that point.
Okay.
And got scared, pulled her shirt over her head, and bashed her head in on her.
Why did he do the shirt over the head thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't.
So yesterday, after you spoke to them, how did you go back to the pod and bring this up to him?
We just got to talking again. I'm like, hey.
And how long?
I'm kind of being Judas with him. I'm actually. He thinks I'm his friend. He thinks I'm somebody he can confide in, and it sickens me. You want to know the truth? It sickens me.
I understand.
It really does. I mean, I'm no angel. I've never done anything.
I know you talked to them in the morning sometime, right?
I did.
Yesterday morning? What time was it that you spoke to him last night, or yesterday?
Mid-afternoon.
So a few hours?
Yeah, probably.
After you spoke to them?
Yeah, probably. A couple hours after that. And then we were sitting down talking, and he was talking to me. He's the one that actually brought it up to me, saying, well, I know you're facing 39 months. Would you be willing to, if, I went on the kiosk and sent a message to the detectives, would you be willing, to test it? Yeah, okay. And I'm like, well, we're talking about it, so I've already kind of initiated that. And he said, oh, really? And so he said, man, because I told him, I said, I did tell them, they wanted to wire me, and I got a little nervous about it.
So you told that to somebody in the pod?
But this is willing to, he said he's willing to do it.
Okay. And do we know, because we looked up everybody in the pod and there's nobody with the last name of... It's okay. That's the one that you said they would be willing to talk to a detective, because and he actually spoke with Timothy.
Yes, he's also been getting very friendly with him.
Okay, yes, sir. Okay. But he's different from me, right? Didn't you tell me there was a and there was
me? It's his bunkie right now.
Right. Okay. So, do you think me would be willing? Did you talk to him as well about this, or
Yeah.
did it all come from the
Yes. I don't know if he talked to him, but I know that the big guy, I can't remember.
Johnson?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Talked to these names.
No, it's okay. I know. Yeah.
Talked.
Okay.
And that's how that started.
Okay. Yes, sir. All right. So
And that's basically how I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how, like I told you yesterday, that's basically how I heard it. And I
Mhm.
thought, man, they're talking rumors, they're talking, mierda, pardon the expression. But, I didn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was getting to the point, he's ready to fight the guy.
Who is?
Timothy was getting so upset with it because they were ragging him.
Oh,
so much.
teasing him about
Right.
the we know and all
Right,
that. Mhm.
right. So I'm like, man, let's go outside, let's talk, and that's how I got the information.
Yes, sir. Okay. And that's what happened prior to you talking to us yesterday.
Yes.
And then last night was
that?
different.
The first time?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would say 2 days, maybe 2 days before you came and see me.
Okay.
I would say like 2 days before you came and see me.
Okay. So so you're kind of under the assumption the reason why he hit her with the whatever he hit her with. Did he say what he hit her with?
He said it was some kind of board.
Okay.
I'm assuming a 2x4. I don't know what it was.
So you're assuming that he hit her with the board because he thought he killed her, or did he say that he thought he killed her?
I think he said he thought he had already killed her by choking her out.
Okay.
The reason why he pulled her shirt up and hit her at that point, I haven't got a clue.
Okay. And not to be stupid, but listen, I'm a cop. I get that I'm a girl, and I understand that men sometimes don't see that, but I'm a cop, so I'm just going to ask you bluntly. Do you think the whole no thing, was it like a rape fantasy, do you think? Or was he choking her because she gets off on it? Or...
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking that they were having sex.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, she didn't want to do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Started telling him to stop or no or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he decided not to stop. So, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's in his mind. I really don't.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I know he's not right.
Why do you say that?
I just don't think he's right. I mean, how normal can you be to, do something like that? And, once again, I'm giving this information, but, he's telling it, but, maybe it's a story up in his head. I don't know.
Yes, sir. Right, and that's what our job is to discover if it is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't there with him. I haven't got a clue.
Mm-hmm.
So then afterwards, all that, you said he took a credit card and go over
debit.
or
I
debit
heard it
card.
was a debit card.
Okay. Did he know a PIN for it, or did he not need it? Or
I don't know.
okay.
That I don't know. I know he said that he went and had breakfast at the Waffle House on 19, which was right across the street from where this happened. And then he went to some little convenience store, bought some beer, and then went back and did what he did with her.
Okay. And at what point does he go back and clean her off with alcohol?
I think after he went back, after he bought whatever he did, had breakfast, went back, I think he had sex with her again.
Okay. So breakfast, and he goes and buys beer, then goes and has sex with her.
Yeah.
And then leaves, and then later comes back with alcohol?
So like a second time?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 times altogether. You had the initial time, the time with the beer, just drinking and having sex, and then the third time with alcohol.
The time with that sex, going to have breakfast, beer, coming back, and then going and then coming back again.
Okay,
so,
right, yes, sir.
To that effect.
Okay. And the third time was with the alcohol for cleaning or whatever that was.
Do you know the time frame of, so
I don't.
After the initial sex, he goes and gets breakfast and then beer and then goes back.
That's what he said.
So that same morning or night or day.
I didn't.
Okay.
I really,
okay.
I didn't go.
That's fine if you don't know.
I didn't go into that with.
That's okay.
Whether it was night or day.
Okay. So then, do you know with the alcohol though? Was that around that same day, or was that days later? Or?
No, I think it was the same day.
Okay.
Okay.
He didn't indicate that. A couple of days later, I went shopping for beer.
Sure.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah. Anything else you can think of, Detective Burbridge? Do you think that he's shared similar information or the same information with
a few
the
people.
Bollinger
Yeah,
person?
a few people, yeah.
Okay. The same type of information?
Can I see your pager?
Yeah, you can.
Same type of information then?
The spelling might be...
That's fine. I'm not
No,
going to judge you. Mine too.
My last word.
I don't know if you can see my handwriting, but it's...
Yeah, I don't even want you to see mine. Yours a lot better than mine.
Okay. And you said the guy, and ultimately we can talk to him.
He wants to talk to you. He's willing to talk.
Yes, sir.
He says he's really nervous being in the pod with
Yes,
somebody
sir.
like that.
Okay.
That's how he put it.
Now, when you wrote here, her name was Judy or Judith. Is that because you can't remember if you said Judy or Judith, or did he say Judy or Judith?
No, I know it's either Judy
so
or
he
Judith.
said one or the other,
Yes.
and you just can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
That's why I put both.
Okay.
And they brought me down here. I got these notes that I took, which I guess isn't real smart, because when you come out of the pod, they search you down. I'm with another inmate, so he pulls it out, and I'm like, I had to turn.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's
Yeah.
not your fault, but it's it's kind of it is in a sense risky. It is in a sense risky,
Yes, sir.
and I've got to make up a silly story going back now because they're supposedly taking me to medical. Medical only takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Well, we were going to actually keep you down here for a little while because we were planning on interviewing everybody else. So we don't want you to have to go back right now. I don't know what the outcome's going to be. I'm being honest with you. I don't know. But ultimately, our ultimate goal is to not have you guys with him anymore. Meaning different pod or something.
Oh, you're not going to move me out.
Not you. No.
If anything, he'll get moved.
If anything, it'll be him. Yeah. That's the ultimate goal. I mean, we obviously don't, because if he has half a brain, he's going to know, because if I guy, and then if we figure out who the Jamie guy is, he's going to...
Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't think two of the guys, I don't even think they're going to talk about it.
Okay, yes, sir.
And the reason, because I don't think because they don't really have, and like
nothing to gain.
Like I told you the other day, I'm trying to gain a little something here by doing this.
Yes,
otherwise, I don't know, I might have still said something, I might have. But yeah, I'm looking to, hope the prosecutor will, give me some favor.
Right. And we'll, I said yesterday, we will talk to him.
But, and I don't think they're going to say anything. I really don't think
I thought you said they're the same person.
No, they're two different people.
Okay.
Do you know what his first name is?
I don't. But he used to be Timothy's bunkie. They were bunkies. I told you that they were having a conflict. They were starting to get a little heat up under them. So Timothy asked to be moved to another bunk, and that's what they did.
Yes, sir. Okay.
And then also I want to confirm too, as far as the alcohol, and you wrote that he got alcohol and he put it inside of her vagina.
Yeah.
So he says that he put it inside as opposed to pouring alcohol on top of her body.
He actually said he almost lifted her up upside down and poured it in her.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, I don't, it's crazy. I don't know how much of what he's telling me is true and not true. And
right. It sounds a little. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds crazy. I mean, it does to me.
As he was saying this stuff to you, how was he acting?
It was like us talking to you type thing?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Did he seem like he was sad about it? He regretted it? He was
Scared?
scared? He was happy? He was...
No, he's not. I wouldn't say
emotion?
he's happy about it, but I don't know. He's not showing any remorse. I'm not noticing any remorse about it. He seems to be happy-go-lucky.
Has he talked to you about any other girls since he's been in here?
No.
Any other sex encounters or anything like
But
that?
then
Sex with other
I
women?
haven't really asked him.
Okay.
Anything else you think of?
No.
Okay. All right, thank you. Like I said, we're going to keep you down here. That way it's not obvious.
I mean, I'll be all right going back there. I really don't want to be down here. they keep you down here all day. I mean, I'd really
I know.
I'd really be much more comfortable going back to the dorm. It would look a lot more normal. It really would. And I'm not going to say anything to anybody else.
Well, we obviously need to find out who the kid is and interview that person.
Yeah, because we couldn't find anybody in there with that name.
Me.
Like I say, I mean, he's in there.
Mm-hmm.
What's he look like? How old
he's
is
a very, very heavy set person.
How heavy is that?
Very heavy set,
Okay.
like 350.
How old would you say he is?
37, 38.
So is he fat or obese, or is he just a big dude?
No, he's obese.
Like tall and big.
He's obese.
Okay.
He's a big obese dude.
Okay. Is he?
I think he's in. I think he's in 19 top in C3 200.
Because I got a list of everybody in there, and there's nobody with last name.
I might be saying his name wrong.
Right, yes, sir. Because we looked. I tried to even do
Did you
rhymes.
see a Bellamy?
The
Nothing like
list
that.
and it's showing the name.
Yeah.
The whole pod list.
Yeah.
So we have a name of everyone who's in the pod right now. If you looked at that list, you think
Probably,
maybe you might be able to
yeah,
spot it out?
Probably. Yeah, I might be saying it wrong, or thinking I heard it wrong.
I have a lot of paperwork for a lot of different cases.
There's back side.
Last names first.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you're on the back.
Do they have? They're not giving the bunk numbers, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right here.
Here's like the bunk numbers,
Okay.
and then there it shows how long they're in too. If that helps you out.
All right.
There's a backside to this too.
No, it's definitely a B. Three. B stands for upper. Would that be upper? Do you know?
What are you referring to?
Okay, they have next to the bunk numbers. They have a B and they have an A. Do you know the B stands for upper?
I'm not sure.
Look at you. Here, you're on the back. Look at you and see what it stands for. You're down here.
We're right here.
You're a B.
Bottom. Okay, so then A is top. Okay, so let me see.
Is he a
it's
top
not,
or a bottom?
It's not here. He's a top.
So he's gonna have an A.
It's not this.
And that could have changed too from.
Okay, this is Bellinger. This is the guy I'm talking about that's willing to talk to you.
Okay.
And
And do you see the Jeremy guy on there anywhere?
24. Maybe maybe that's it. Maybe that's it.
How long has Bill been in there? Or how long has the you're referring to?
He's been in there a month.
He's got it's showing he's only been in there for 8 days. Over here on the side, it tells you how many days he's been in custody.
Seems more than that. Seems like he would be in there.
Look beyond the B's just in case.
Yeah, these guys don't have. They're not heavy set.
Look beyond the B's
Yeah,
just in case you're confusing
I am.
the name.
Man, I wish I knew if it was this guy here, Biddle. Because I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure what his name is. What it is.
Yeah, I'm
Computer will work. If your computer will work in here, I'll pull up the booking footage real quick.
You have to do it through the public site because mine in. Can you see here?
Let's see if I can pull it up on my phone.
Well, if I'm the way the bunks are situated, I'm in 18. 17's behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So 18 would be right next to me. No, I'm in 18, 17, 18, It's a 19 upper. That's on that sheet. I'm almost positive it's 19 upper.
So 19A.
It would be 19A.
Brown.
What's the first one?
No, that's
One that's a 19A. Because if you look.
So then it's 20. Look at 20.
Okay.
28.
For Crushley?
That's it.
Crushley?
Cush.
Okay.
That's it.
How do you spell?
Yeah, that's the one I've been. That's the one I've been calling.
Okay.
It's. That I apologize.
I'm trying to pull it up now.
Christopher.
Yes. My computer is running really slow.
That's him.
Okay. Okay, so that is.
Yes,
Okay.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's just helpful. Okay. All right.
So can I ask to be sent back?
Yeah.
Please. I mean, back to the pot.
Yeah.
And are you going to keep my notes?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
If Kim, is it okay? We keep
No
it?
one's going to see it out here.
My name's not on it.
Yeah, so.
fine.
Yeah. No. Right.
Detective, they set me off. I went to court yesterday.
Yes, sir.
They set me off until June 7th.
Okay.
What they're offering is my low end is 39 months.
Okay.
Okay. I don't expect to walk out scot free.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I did was wrong. I'm admitting to it.
Mm-hmm.
What I did was wrong. It was a scheme to defraud.
Okay. I didn't.
I know. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
What I did was wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to pay a little consequences for it. If I can get some compensation behind helping you guys, I'm willing. If this comes to trial and I have to testify, I'm willing.
Okay. I don't have any control over that, like we were telling you yesterday. I have zero control over that, as a matter of fact. But I can certainly ask.
Right.
It doesn't hurt to ask, and I appreciate you coming forward. So.
If that'll help in their eyes,
Mm-hmm.
We'll definitely talk to them.
It's something,
Right.
It's something.
Okay.
I appreciate it, and I'm glad I could help a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we're still investigating.
I don't know. I mean, it makes me wonder. I mean, was there a person out there like that? Did something like that kind of happen?
All right.
Did you guys kind of find somebody like that?
I didn't have time to work on it yesterday. I'm sorry. I literally was in the middle of something else.
I don't expect you to actually tell me anyway.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
Well, all I can say is I wish you guys luck. And
thank you so much.
Hey, if something comes up after today, more information or whatever, whether it's through who,
you can
whatever.
do the same thing and do a grievance.
That's what I did.
Yes, sir. Yeah. He called me.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that way it's easier. You don't have to put in, hey, I want to talk to a detective. Blah blah blah. You can just do the grievance.
Put a grievance. I just put, I think, more info on it is what I put. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't go into detail.
I think we can.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's what we can do. We can send you back that way. We're gonna talk to the other guy that was it Bellinger.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, if you happen to see, you probably won't see him on the way back there or whatever. But even if you did, just don't even talk to him about it.
Won't.
And whoever else back there, don't talk to him about it.
I got you. Trust me when I tell you, I've been in this situation a long time, on and off for a long time. It's not a badge of honor, but
I got you.
Yeah, and actually, this is the first time I'm actually ever doing anything like this. Normally that code of honor, keep your mouth shut. This is but this is really wrong.
When it comes down to maybe some stupid stuff, right?
But this is really wrong. No, this is really wrong.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've never been an angel. I mean, I'm sure you guys pull my record and seen what I'm about. But
the other thing was, did he say how old this lady was?
He didn't, and I didn't ask.
Okay.
I didn't ask. I got this is just an impression. I got the impression that she might have been homeless. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. It makes me wonder because he said he took a laptop and threw it in the dumpster. How many homeless people have laptops? I'm not saying they don't, but
right.
Detective Jones, the one you met yesterday at the tall one, he's going to find somebody to take you back.
Thank you.
Because he said no, and because originally we weren't going to because we didn't want it to be so obvious that you were coming in and out and in and out, and like we were saying to you yesterday.
Right.
So.
Well, I'm just gonna. What I'm gonna, if you know what, if it's brought up about what took you so long, I'm just gonna say some guy came down with a cardiac arrest. You know, so they put everything else on hold.
I don't question it. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so he's looking for somebody to take you back there now.
Thank you.
And, we'll see. We have a lot more stuff to do, it's not going to be...
I almost hope it bears fruit for you, I really do, because it's something that needs to be addressed.
Yes, sir.
You know, I really do mean that. You know, I mean, I'm sure you've heard it from a lot of people, but I am turning my life around.
This might have came up too.
It's a little late.
Prior to today. Did he say when this took place?
He did.
In relationship to before him coming to jail? I know he's been in here for roughly a month or so.
He said it happened in March. Now I don't know if it's this past March or last year March or
Okay.
But I didn't go in.
So he specifically.
I wasn't really trying. I'm trying to find that information, but I'm trying not to go too detailed with him.
Yeah. All right. I think we're all set. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck.
Take care. Thank you.
Well,
Step over there for a second. Same place.
C3200.
April 27, 2016, approximately 12:40 p.m.
He's going to take him back, put him in there.
Another inmate asked to speak with detectives about information related to Judi's homicide.
My name is Detective Alicia. Yes. This is my partner, Detective Burbridge. Listen, you are not in any trouble at all. Okay. But since you're being detained and you technically can't leave because you're in here, I'm going to go ahead and read your Miranda, but it doesn't have anything to do with your case or okay. Just and what kind of education do you have with regards?
College, bachelor's degree.
Bachelor's.
Okay. Science, theology.
Okay. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer or have one being present while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford or hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you at any time, before any question if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, would you like to speak with me? Would you mind signing?
Yes, ma'am.
Right here. Go ahead and read it again for me, because that's what I just read to you. My chair is very loud. I should switch.
No. Put in your print, my name is on.
Yes, sir, please.
So what's your birthday?
April 29.
Early birthday.
Happy birthday. All right, thank you, sir. All right, it appears as if you put in a request to speak to a detective. We actually were just here doing something else, so figured we would, come by and... Do you have some information with regard to something that you've...
I do. A person in our pod, he had been talking and became a rumor a few weeks back, and of course it spread throughout the pod that he admitted to a murder.
Okay.
And the details he gave to it were just astounding. That we took it maybe as rumor. He picked it up from downstairs before he came in, somebody looking for attention, but it became clear to us that he wasn't looking for attention. I don't know how he was diagnosed or anything, but he clearly wasn't looking for attention. And why he told these things. And the whole pod that day, then some people got on the phone, and he actually, what started it was the details he gave. One of the inmates that's in our pod, he lives close to that area where a body was discovered.
Okay.
And
Who is that inmate?
I don't know his name. I know what bunk he's on.
Okay.
Which bunk is that?
He's the one bottom. one bottom, and a friend or someone contacted him and told him, hey, a body was found in this area.
Okay.
And then it started the perpetrating the rumor more that, okay, wait a minute, this is where he said he did this crime, the body was discovered there. And then it started spreading where people got on the phone, called people and asked them to look up on the news, and the information was direct corollary what he shared by mouth to a few people.
Mm-hmm.
And then his demeanor changed there in that pod the other day, a few days ago. His demeanor changed to where the initial guy he told, Christopher, he told me he didn't mind me telling his name.
Okay.
The other guy didn't want his name told.
Okay.
He'd been talking with him, and the guy got angry with the rumor spreading, and he threatened him, saying he'd put him in a box.
Okay. What I typically do with my interviews is I listen to everything you say and I kind of write it down, and then I go back and ask questions about everything. So that's probably what I'm going to do now. Who is the person that's supposed to be the person that was telling about this alleged murder, or what is his name?
I have his name, and that's what I'm scared about, being population. But all this will be.
Well, what you say to us, no, there was no detective from here. We don't actually work here, so everything.
We work for the sheriff's office. We work out on the road.
I'm in the pod,
and we're not going to go back to anyone. We're definitely not going to put you in danger.
One single person's going to be told
any information
that you're
and any names that you give us, we're not going to go to them. Just like we're not going to tell you who else we speak to or that we're going to speak to, and we're not going to give you other names.
No, that's not the bad. Just people saw me come out of the pod, and everybody has a general liking of me in the pod. And I told them I was going to get this trash taken care of, and it's just because I knew it'd be called out when I saw the closed response when we'd be contacting you. And discreet's definitely a thing. I'm just worried how it'll affect me if this is true. I mean, will I have to go to be subpoenaed before court, testify?
That is so far down the road that we don't know. I genuinely do not know the answer to that. It's a possibility, but it's a possibility for not.
I'm open to helping in any way. I'm here for a simple.
I appreciate that.
I want to help in any way I can. I'm fearful of it. Not that I want to be removed. No, I enjoy that pod. That pod I'm comfortable in. I'm just not comfortable.
And here's where we're at is if it comes down to anything where he might get removed too. So we're not going to go removing you and put you out of your way.
Right. So whoever the person is may be removed instead of you or in lieu of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one thing.
Because we don't want to make it so obvious that you are talking.
Exactly. That's one thing Christopher and I talked about. In the general population, we didn't want to be moved and have it because there are other people in the other pod he was moved from where.
Who Cushy?
No, the person whose name I want to give you, where he was moved from the other pod to our pod, and he has not friends, but people there that if we got moved to another pod, you don't know who knows him and what happened, and you face the repercussions from that. It's just this is my first time ever in jail, so that's why I'm scared.
Right.
Of course. Honestly, I don't belong here. I feel like it's been 72 days for misdemeanor charges that should have been resolved. My wife's already put in a waiver and everything should have been resolved, and I don't know why I'm still here. I'm just struggling with that. But I want to help you guys out. Okay. I want to know that you guys are helping me out.
We can't ever promise you with anything, and that's just not our role. I can talk to the state attorney's office, but that isn't something that I can promise you, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say, yeah, absolutely. But I can tell you that I will talk to them, but I can't tell you that they're going to do anything.
Thank you.
And as far as your name getting brought up in the pod, I mean, people could assume certain things, and we can't help that, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that,
but
I've got enough credibility.
We're not going to, definitely not going to tell your name to any of these people.
Nobody's going to know. No, absolutely not. Not even if we do end up talking to Cush Lee.
Yeah,
even if we do end up talking to him, your name isn't going to come up with him.
Exactly.
Unless he brings it up.
Exactly, and if he does, that's fine. I'm understanding there. Yeah, I definitely talk to the DA because again, I feel like I just want.
Wait, how long? When'd you come in here?
March 1st.
March 1st.
How long you got?
They finally set a court date at my 50th day for May 10th, and I'm putting in a change of plea, trying to move it up. I feel like I've been here much longer than I should have been. And my wife's already filed waivers and restitution. Doesn't want any of that. So all that's been put in. Even the injunction's been dissolved and the court order mandate removed. And she contacted me on the kiosk, and when all that removed, I still got charged with an initial DVI that at my advisory the other day. The judge says contact your PD and that'll get taken care of. But I'm just panicked being in here thinking I can't even talk to my wife and all this has been taken care of. I just want to know that all this will be resolved for me. And that make me feel more comfortable helping you guys. And I just
Well, again, I can't promise you that, and it would be detrimental if we sent you back now with no information, then tried to help you and then pulled you back out again.
Gotcha. And I'm here to do the right thing. That's why I wanted. I'm
And that's
here.
important, and we thank you for that.
Thank you. The guy's name is Timothy Johnson.
Okay. And this is the alleged murderer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And before you mentioned too that he was transferred into your bunk.
That's what I heard.
When do you know when he was transferred?
Maybe about a week or so ago, not a little over a week ago.
Okay, so when did these rumors or information, when did they start coming?
Early this week, a few days ago, probably Monday. Or probably Sunday we heard about it. Monday it became verified through phone calls and whatnot, and then the pod it was just all talk about it, constantly saying things like the name of the victim, name of the beer cans that were found there that he identified, which I'll tell you. In the pod, and what irked me the most was Tuesday. It all almost stopped. I understand talking with Cushley that 5 people went to the kiosk to file reports, but then just didn't go through with it for whatever reason.
Okay.
And at that point, I was like, I don't feel comfortable in this pod with the demeanor that something like this could happen, and nobody say anything. I mean, I understand a lot of people have different track records. I'm college educated. I have a wonderful life. I don't want to be in that pod and know there's something that detrimental.
So Sunday or Monday, did he initiate this? Timothy Johnson?
Yes,
did he initiate everything?
He did.
And that was when he came into the pod.
He came into the pod.
Okay.
Probably just shortly before Sunday, he came into the pod. Maybe about a week and a half ago. I'm not sure. But I know this is the week that everything transpired. He told Cushley, Christopher, details about it, in which Christopher thought he was joking and shared it with certain people.
And was Chris the first person that he talked to?
Chris was the first person he talked to, correct. And Chris didn't believe him. Chris didn't believe. He thought it was kind of just ironic. Thought it was something he heard downstairs. But then when Christopher started mentioning it to people, Timothy became almost enraged. I didn't personally see it, but he came and told me Chris was threatened. He threatened to put him in a box if he ran his mouth. And then a second person who didn't want to be named was defending Timothy, and was defending Timothy, saying, "Okay, you could have heard it downstairs. You guys have to give him the benefit of the doubt." He actually went, and I talked to him. This third person. He talked to Timothy in private and asked Timothy if he did it, and Timothy said to him, "I did." At which point he completely changed his story and said, "Hey, we need to report this. Somebody needs to." I was like, "Okay, we need to. I want to."
Okay.
And that's why coming through and telling me these things. Because he told me he did. And
So have you talked to this Timothy Johnson person yourself?
I have.
Okay, and what did he tell you?
I've talked with him. He has not admitted it to me. I was talking to him just to, I was behind him in the med line the first time I met him, and I turned around, and I was a little intimidated. First thing I just kind of turned around and made a joking to him. I was like, "Hey, can you see? I'm blocking your view," because he's about 6 foot and about 5'7".
Okay.
And so I tried building a good rapport with him, talking with him, and then I heard about the incidents and.
So was that incident that you first met him prior to
No,
you even?
I didn't know anything about him then. I just turned around. There's a 6'6" guy. I just felt a little intimidated for the height. But then as the story came, I felt more and more intimidated. As I found myself in line with him, and then and watching the TV. He's right there, beside me, and I did start talking with him just to build a rapport with him, because I knew I would come to you guys if no one else did, and I wanted to build a rapport that if the third guy who didn't want to be mentioned, he did tell me when they took him out he did tell me he was speaking to detectives.
Okay.
Yeah, but he didn't want his name brought up, and he said there's a offer for him to wear a wire.
Okay.
And that would be something I'm willing to do, because that's why I started talking to Timothy.
Okay.
Just to build that rapport, because he's not going to readmit it probably to people he's already told to, but he hasn't told it to me. But I know he will, because I'm already building a rapport with him. He's been laughing, joking with me. I've shared some commissary with him, and building a good rapport with him.
So you're getting your information with regards to
mainly Christopher and people that have called and verified.
With regards to a body found in the area of 19 where somebody used to live, or in the area.
Green Key and a Waffle House across the street.
Green Key and Waffle House. Okay. So you're getting that from Christopher
Christopher.
Cushley.
Yes, he was the first one I told.
Okay. When you were speaking with Timothy, did he mention anything about this murder?
He doesn't speak unless you really engage him in conversation.
Okay.
But from what I understand, he's told 4 people, and he's told 4 people, and that information is spread, and all the details he shared have been consistent.
Okay. Do you know any of the? I mean, I know it's kind of third hand, but do you?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, and these have all been consistent. And her name was Judith.
Okay.
Mid 50s.
Okay.
Wearing a skirt of some sort, and he had met her. She originally, when I understand, she was supposed to meet some guy named Charlie in the neighborhood who had white hair and a white facial hair.
Okay.
He didn't show, in which case she met Timothy, and Timothy took her up on the offer to have sex with her out in the woods. There across the street from the Waffle House, and in which case they did. And she immediately began screaming, no, stop, and he panicked and started choking her. From all the details, he thought he had killed her, he thought he had choked her to death, crushed her throat. That he grabbed a 2x4 or something of 2x4 nature around it. Sure, that's been the consensus here. And started bashing in her face and her skull to do away with an appearance.
Do we know it was a 2x4?
That's just what I would assume. Maybe a rock, but everybody's been saying 2x4.
Okay.
That's what everybody's been saying. Some wood or some 2x4 type structure. Bashed in her. He put her skirt over her head first, and then knocked it in. Before they went there, she had offered him beer, and they had taken beer there, and the beer was Edge Beer and Ice House. If those are specific types of cans found. And then after smashing in her skull or attacking her, assuming she was dead and trying to hide the identity,
Sorry to cut you off. You said when he was hitting her over the face, that was trying to hide her identity, so he was trying to make her face bad where someone couldn't look at her and see it's her.
Correct. That's been the overall consistency. They're saying that's exactly what he said.
Okay.
Exactly what he said. And then he took her debit card, credit card, one of her cards, and went to the Waffle House across the street, purchased a coffee and a meal.
Okay.
He ate that meal, thinking about what he would do next, how he, thinking about what his next step was. He then went back to the body, had sex with it, in her vagina, panicked about that, went to either home or either went to home or to his place or to a friend's, got some alcohol, took it back to the body, poured it into her vagina, lifted her, he's a big guy, lifted her legs up, holding her and shaking her, getting the fluid in there to try to dissolve anything, and then put the body back down and left. There was also, I believe, a laptop. There was a laptop. He took that and threw it in the dumpster.
Any other belongings that you know of?
Those are the main things I know.
The alcohol, was it, what kind, was it something that you drink?
Beer, canned beer cans.
The alcohol
No, that he poured into a vagina.
No, all I know is alcohol, probably, rubbing alcohol or something, just alcohol.
Okay.
Not like beer, rubbing alcohol or something. Thinking it might be a disinfectant or to wash away.
Okay. Okay.
And what scared me the most when I first heard about all this in the details, he told about it long before the news reports, and when people looked it up, that April 7th, roughly around that body was found. He had told the story long before.
How long before?
A week or so.
Do you know who he told that story to?
As far as I know, Christopher's the first one I know. That's the first one I know.
But if he only went into the pod a week ago, I mean, April 7th is 20 days ago.
Yeah. Maybe off of my time when he came in, but I just know Christopher's the first one he told it to, and we know he told it before, because we just found that we looked up on the police report, not the police report, the news, and people said the body was just discovered roughly around this date again.
Who looked at the news?
I don't know, I won't mention the names, but I do know that. I know the guy that did. Yeah.
Do you guys have access to the internet to work?
The phone they called and had family members.
Okay.
The phone had family member look it up. Yeah.
Okay.
Multiple people did. Multiple people came back with the same thing. So I apologize. I may be off when he came in the pod. more people come in and out. But I know whenever he told Christopher, and I learned about it, was he had told Christopher before the 7th, so he was probably in there before the 7th. Because I know Christopher knew, and before the police report showed the date of roughly April 7th, body found.
Okay, so for the timeline, let's just, you and Christopher are in the pod.
Yes.
This Timothy person comes in the pod. Yes, presumably some unknown time, tells Christopher.
I'll say early April.
Okay.
And tells Christopher.
Okay. And he tells Christopher, when did this allegedly happen then?
Before April.
Okay.
Before April. I don't know. He didn't give a specific time of it, but it definitely occurred before April.
Okay.
So our understanding. How far before April, I don't know.
Do you know how long Tim's been in jail?
No, I did not.
Okay. And then sometime after that, when the rumors started to kind of spread, a whole bunch of people called their loved ones or whomever, said, hey, can you guys Google this or whatever? Hey, is there something? And then that's when you guys kind of all solidified that it's...
Correct. We realized it's too detailed to be coincidence, too much to be a probability, in which case... And what set me off, scared me the most, was that by the next day, the pod had almost forgotten about it. And I was still... That scared me more than anything, that 5 people would consider going up to do the right thing and then not do it. In which case I thought, well, somebody's probably done it by now. But no, 5 people, he told me 5 people he told. Chris was wanting somebody to do it, but Chris had an incident in a previous pod where Soap was putting in somebody's shoes. He didn't do it, but he got ridiculed for it, and he couldn't even fathom that if Timothy were taken out of the pod, he would be the number one person who thought of snitching on it. And I told him, I'd probably be the least likely candidate. I'm fearful. I want to do the right thing.
But you said Christopher may want to talk to us. I mean,
yes.
Okay.
Yes, he does. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can't think of anything else.
Do you know, did he say, I know you said you don't know how long he was in jail for, but do you know in relation to when this occurred prior to him coming to jail?
No, I didn't know. Nothing prior, no.
Okay.
I just know he's in our pod now, and, as the story was told roughly before April 7th, was what everybody was saying on the news and on the website that the body was found. He had told it in that pod to Christopher before April 7th, so...
Okay. Once, so he's saying all that information prior to April 7th, and then once April 7th rolls around and everyone's saying, hey, a body's been found, did he change his demeanor?
Yes.
How did he act?
Yes, tremendously. He threatened Christopher, said he'd put him in a box.
Now, was that before or that was after?
This was after people found out on the phone. This was after people found out on the phone, started thinking, okay, this is real. This is real. So this was after April 7th. And he threatened Christopher, and then he's reclusive, but he was even more reclusive, staying under his covers, under his sheet, and we even saw him a few times peeking out and pulling back. So his demeanor was definitely, he wasn't much social, but now that it died down, we see him more at the TV, he's up talking, not fully engaging, but a little joke here and there, and I've been making a joke with him here and there just to keep the mood light, because anytime tensions go in that pod, things escalate, and I don't want to be in there when that happens, but I have no choice. But yeah, his demeanor, not that I observed him before, other than I'd see him eat breakfast alone at his bunk by himself, but he was definitely just stayed under his cover those 2 days when Monday and Tuesday of this week, when people were more talking about it. He stayed just so confined to his bunk.
Okay.
So yeah, the demeanor.
Why do you think that he told a couple different people if...
That's what we don't understand. I remember talking with Christopher and a few other people. I was like, hypothetically, if I was ever in a situation like that, mom's the word. People have even told him that. The third guy, and then Christopher himself told Timothy that, you don't say things like that out loud. They had to remind him to say things. It doesn't seem like Timothy's all there mentally. I can't make diagnosis or anything. It does not seem like he's of sound body and mind. When you talk to him, like you and I are having a conversation now, he has coherent thought. And I'm not sure why. He didn't seem to do it boastfully or for praise or anything. He just told him. He just told
Just
me.
like matter of fact.
Matter of fact, just told it. And then when the third guy was asking him, because he was trying to defend him, he took him to the side, and the third guy admitted to me. He told me what he said. He took him to the side, and he said, look, I'm trying to defend you. You shouldn't be saying stuff out in public. He's like, but I have to know, did you do it? He said, I did. And that scared him to the point where here I am now that I wanted to step forward and do the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'm more than happy to cooperate. I've got good relationships in the pod.
Mm-hmm. So besides some of the people in the pod calling up family or friends or whatever to confirm that a body was found or whatever.
Yes.
How did that even first come out?
Again, the number one bottom, bump one bottom. He lived in that. He lived in that area. Has friends or family in that area. Somebody had messaged him on the kiosk saying, "Hey, did you know a body was found here?" Just alerting him, saying, not saying, "Hey, did you do?" They're just telling him, and "Hey, a body was found here."
Mm-hmm.
It's shocking.
Okay, and then from there,
it began to escalate. People got on the phone, started finding,
and then other people confirmed or asked questions.
Yep. And the guy on one bottom, he's been in there a while. He's been very talkative, very outgoing. Since this, he has pulled back tremendously. I have not.
Who? The one bottom one?
One bottom.
Do you have your list?
He's pulled back tremendously and not said a thing. I've seen less of him and heard less of him ever since. And that's not to say I think he's involved in it. When you hear something like that and then rumors start cracking, I understand, fearful and want to pull back. But that I'll say I noticed less engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely more refined to his bunk, reading more.
Mm-hmm.
And when you say one bottom,
Fisher's on top, and I know he's a friend. One guy I've talked to regularly in there, consider him a friend, and then whoever's below him in bunk one bottom.
All right, so Fisher. All right, so one meaning like 201.
Yes,
right?
201, correct.
All right. So 201. Fisher's on top. So that's A. So 201.
Anybody?
That's all the names on it.
Yeah, I mean, I see Fisher and I see he's in 201.
201, A would be top, B would be bottom.
I just don't. Oh, here we go. Gonzalez?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Gonzalez.
So Gonzalez lives somewhere over in the Newport
or
area.
has family or friends or someone in that area. That area is relative to him, obviously. But somebody wrote him up that a body in that area. So I don't know if he lives there or anything, but that area is clearly of importance to him.
What area do you live in outside of?
I'm off Moon Lake Road. My wife and I have a house there called Water's Edge.
Okay.
We just moved there from Hillsborough back in November of last year. So
when you get released here, do you have a phone number?
I do.
What's your phone number? And what's the address?
I just got one. But I'll probably, that's where my wife is right now. We're settling this domestic share things. Also, I may not be living there, but this is my address.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want an address? I would probably be going back to Georgia with my parents.
Okay. Yeah, just give me where you're at now.
Newport Richie.
Okay.
34654. And let me give you a second number. I believe my parents' home phone number to reach because I'll be going back with them for a short time.
Okay.
Get my truck. They have my truck and taking care of all my personal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay. Thank you.
Very welcome.
What we're gonna do is just keep you down here for a little while. That way, it looks obviously like you went to med and everything. And if in the future, if you have anything else or need anything, what you can do is you can send a grievance in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That way, it looks like you're complaining about something or you need something or whatever from deputy, and you can just say speak to or something like that.
Okay.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's it. Yeah, if you hear anything additional or, other than like what we talked about.
Yeah.
Other than that, don't let anyone know. Obviously some people, Chris will know that
Yes.
we talk to you, and we won't necessarily tell him, but he'll know.
Yeah. And again, if I'm okay with him, saying my name, he we talk. We thought this was the right thing to do.
Okay. Besides that, don't let anyone else know. And then from here on out, whatever happens, happens. But still, don't let anyone know. Hey, I'm a part of that. I know that. Or just keep it to yourself.
Yes, sir. There's one other guy in the pod, last name Osborne, a good kid. He said he's known Timothy's father for a while, and he's been adamant that the kid didn't do it, and saying he would not to call him ever snitch on him or do anything, say anything to the fact, and he's a little skeptical of the fact that people have been going in and out of the pod. And he's like, "Where were you going?" I told him I was going to get the rash from my upper body looked at.
Okay.
And then, I told him I filed a thing for, my wife's being harassed by a former inmate's wife in here, and I told him that's what I was filing something for, not for something. But it's easy for people to run rampant and think one thing over another.
Right. Yeah, just stick with your story.
And remember we told you about the grievance, you can just put speak to or something like that with regards to that, so.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for talking to us. Thank you so much.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you. Again, anything to do help him moving forward, I'm more happy to.
Okay. Appreciate it very, very much. Thank you.
He's going to walk you out of here for now.
April 27, 2016 at approximately 13:30 hours.
A third inmate comes forward to reveal even more about Judi's homicide.
Hey, how are you doing? Bright light?
Blind. They got stolen.
Oh, I'm sorry. So it's hard for you to see. Yeah. My name's Detective Bellucci. This is my partner, Detective Burbridge. I don't know if you can see us or not.
Yeah, I can see it.
We're just here basically to chat with you, but since you're detained and you can't leave, literally, I'm going to go ahead and read you Miranda. You're not in trouble for anything. I'm not going to ask you about your current charges or anything like that.
That's okay. I mean, that's something from 1998,
Okay.
so it's okay.
Okay, 1998. All right. You have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney or have one being present while you're being questioned. You cannot afford to hire a lawyer. One will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have a level of education where you can read and sign your name?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Are you going to be able to see?
Yeah.
See-ish. Yeah. If you don't mind, just read it and sign it for me.
Print on the top line and then sign on the bottom
Yeah.
one. Hey Chris, what's your birthday?
And it's Cushley?
Correct.
Okay, what is... Okay, all right, thank you very much. We got some information with regards to you possibly wanted to talk to us about something that may have happened in April.
Dude, I'm not, okay, I've been locked up since February, okay? I came here on March 23rd, okay? And I'm locked up in the misdemeanor box, okay? So I'm thinking, it's all good, right? I mean, domestic violence that occurred in 1998. I left Florida, bounded out, left Florida, got pulled over. I had a CDL. I got pulled over in Jacksonville, extradited down here, did like 20 days. The court said, okay, we're going to sign you up for probation. Mm-hmm. So I figured, if they're going to sign me up for probation, I shouldn't have to really do anything, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I wasn't living here. I told the judge I don't live here, so I can't do this probation thing. The judge was like, all right, whatever. So I left, went back to Chicago. Well, now I'm living with my uncle in South Beach. Mm-hmm. And apparently the police down there found out I had a fugitive warrant from Pasco County, a misdemeanor, VOP. and they followed me to the bathroom, and I got hemmed up in the bathroom, charged with possession of marijuana. I didn't have no marijuana. I took it to trial. They threw it out of court, so I was still being held on this VOP. So I got extradited here on the 23rd.
Okay.
I was in C3 100 at the time, and I was in there for maybe a week, 2 weeks. Well, the second week, this big tall kid comes in. He just, that very week, okay, he took it upon himself to tell me everything, okay? And I'm like, you know, half of the stuff people say in here you don't believe. You know what I mean?
And just before you even move forward, what's the guy's name that you were referring to?
Timothy Johnson.
Okay.
All right, he tells me that he, that it was, I don't know how long it was before he came to jail, but he told me like, I think it was like at least 2 weeks prior to this lady being found in the field. Okay, that he had, that they went, they met on the sidewalk. She was coming from some guy named Charlie's house. Some guy with a long hair, white hair and a white beard. She was coming from his house and she was already beat up. So he starts drinking. They start drinking together. He drinks Edge alcohol or whatever, Edge beers, Ice House, and she goes and buys him a 4-pack of beer. They get to drinking. I guess they talk about having sexual relations, and it's like, okay, I guess I've never done it like that, but it was like a one-time deal or so. So they go out in the field, and they start having sexual relations, and I guess things got a little carried away. He might have been being too rough or something, but she started screaming, "Stop, no, stop," you know. And he panicked and grabbed her by her throat and put his hands on her throat. And he said he said that turned him on. And he was actually crushing her throat while he was getting it on. Okay? So he said he did that until she quit breathing, and her hands and everything did one of these things, and she stiffened up, and you know, next thing you know, she's dead. So he panicked again. So he put her dress over her head and bashed her brains in. Okay, now he's telling me this, and I half believe it, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, this just sounds far-fetched, right? So I'm like, I asked him, I said, so then what'd you do? He said, well then, I stole her credit card and her laptop, and I threw her laptop in the dumpster, and then I went to the Waffle House and got myself some coffee and something to eat. And I was like, well, this is one sadistic dude. He just whacked somebody. Now he's going to get something to eat. So then he's like, I went and got me another 4-pack of beer, and then had the urge to go again. So we went back there and had some more relations with her, and then panicked, went to his friend's house and got a bottle of alcohol and shoved it inside of her and squeezed the alcohol in there, and then held her upside down for a couple seconds because he's a fairly big person, and was trying to get the alcohol down in there, and then he left. And I was like, it didn't sound like it, you know, it sounded pretty far-fetched, you know.
So that's just a little while after?
Yeah, it was like, she wasn't even cold yet, you know what I mean, when he went back. And it's just, I was like, man, you know, and now I'm sitting there cracking jokes in the pod, you know, so I'm throwing it at his face. I'm like, you're into that necrophilia, you know, just, I thought he was playing, okay, but he got serious, okay, he puffed up, ran up on me, grabbed me, he's like, don't say a f***ing thing, I'll fucking put you in a box, you know, and I'm like, okay, so I haven't been able to sleep for a couple days now. You know, he towers over me, you know, like he towers over me like that big, and his hands are huge, you know what I mean? I'm like, I told a couple people, and I was like, look, this is what the dude told me, and if he does anything, I need witnesses for me defending myself and not catching another charge. I mean, you're on a misdemeanor, I don't need battery and all that either. You know what I mean? Because I'm not about to let this guy put his hands on me. So he's only like 25, maybe. I'm not. So it's just the part that made me just, and then we're over in that pod, and he's always talking. We were always talking. Okay, because I was quizzing him. I kept bringing it up because I was like, I just didn't believe it. You know what I mean? It's just something that somebody says something like that, you're like, no way. So we're in that pod, and the people in that pod took it upon themselves to kick us out of that pod. So they threw piss and water on us and stuff like that at the middle of the night. So we got moved over to this pod. It's C3200. And while I'm in there, this guy on his kiosk pops up on his kiosk, says they found a body in this field, Green Key Road 19 in Waffle House. Okay, and they said the body was half decayed or whatever, and he's like, that's her. He's like, I'm scared to death the cops are gonna come in here and slap another warrant on me and all this. I'm like, dude, if you did it, you did it. You know what I mean? Just accept it. You know what I mean? You're going to jail forever. That's all there is to it, And
what did he say? How did he
react to that?
He that's when he puff up and want to kick my ass, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, look, I'm stating the facts, you know what I mean? You did this shit yourself,
So when you and him first had that conversation, that was in a different pod?
Yeah.
Which pod was that again?
That was C3100.
Alright, so that was in C3100, and then you guys got transferred to C3200. Is that together?
Yeah. And then
you and him got transferred at the same time?
Yeah, because they hit his bed with piss too. Well, that was over a whole nother situation.
Were you and him in the same bunk? Like the same, bunk,
we were
top and bottom?
in C3200, but he just moved because we had a falling out. That's whenever I was like, dude, I after everything is, this dude in the other pod, he had somebody sent him an email. And it said this lady was found in the field and all this other stuff. That's when I dummied up. That's when I was like, this dude really did that shit. You know what I mean? And then he's like, somebody else confronted him and he's like, oh, I just brought it up. I heard about it from downstairs and I just brought it up, and then he wanted to act like he didn't know nothing about it. You know what I mean? Like he didn't
so you said you came in here on March 23rd?
Yeah.
Do you know when he came in?
Dude, I'm not totally positive, but I knew.
Was it before you or after you?
It was after me.
Okay.
But I know he had told me about it like 2 weeks prior to this dude getting his email, and saying that they just found a body in this field and everything, And like,
who got an email
who's
saying
the dude
this?
that got the email?
I don't know his name, dude. He's some little Puerto Rican. His bunk is on the bottom.
Okay.
And it's somebody that he knows, that this Timothy Johnson, he knows him because the guy lives over there.
Okay.
This guy's a sexual predator, so it's like,
Okay.
Yeah.
So that guy, somebody from the outside tells him,
yeah, they just
hey, they found a body. Did he ask about it, do you know?
No, he didn't
so
ask.
Somebody just told him, hey, they found a body over there?
Yeah, and then that's when Timothy started freaking out. He's like, oh, dude.
Now, the person that got that email, did they go around saying it? Or how did that get known that this person received an email?
I did. I told a couple of people, and I was like, hey, remember that story I told you about this guy, Oh, this guy's got an email that said they actually found a body.
How did you find out that guy got the email?
Because I was over there talking to him, and Timothy was like, oh, he's got the email, because Timothy was talking to him. And he's like, oh, look, he's like, because he was trying to prove to me that he really did it. You know what I mean? I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? You know what I mean? If you do something like that, you ain't supposed to loot,
Yeah.
He's just not a good criminal. So, he just, I'm good.
Okay.
I would never think about killing somebody in the first place, but, it's just.
Why do you think he chose to tell you?
Dude, I have no, because he's retired. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. The kid caught a bullet to the back of his head when he was 17. So.
Do you know
something wrong with him?
If he talked to anyone else over in this 3100 pod?
No, I don't think so. No, he didn't talk to
So as far as you know, you're the only one that he talked to over in the 100 pod.
I was the only one he talked to in the 100.
Then you came over to the 200 pod.
And then I came over to the 200 pod, and I was like, there was a couple people there, I was like, there's only one other person in there that he talked to about it. And he says he's scared to come down here. He's like, I don't want to be a snitch and all this. I'm like, look, I ain't a snitch, but the dude killed a broad, man. You ain't gonna let him. He's gonna get out and do it again, or might get you while you're sleeping. You know what I mean? Sociopath goes and gets something to eat after he does this.
Did he tell you what he got to eat?
He said he got like eggs and bacon and coffee.
Did he say where he went?
Yeah, he went to the Waffle House right afterwards.
Are you familiar with that area?
No, I'm not. I'm from South Beach in Chicago.
Okay.
So
are you familiar with this Pasco County area and at all?
I lived here in 1998 when I was 19.
Did he tell you which town or city within Pasco it was?
Yeah, it was where Green Key Road is, and 19. There was a Waffle House right there. That's where because he's homeless.
Okay. Did he specifically tell you Green Key 19, or did you hear that through?
He specifically told me Green Key in 19 at the Waffle House right there. There's a field right there, and that's where it was at. And he said that's where he left her at, and he went into that Waffle House, threw her dumpster in the, threw her laptop in the dumpster, and used her credit card for food and a coffee. And I was like,
how long were you guys in the 100 pod together? How long before you got transferred?
That was the first pod I went to. Okay.
Right.
And what had happened, was Timothy was playing with this little mixed kid, and he took soap and put it in his shoes. And the little mixed kid woke up, put his shoes on. Okay. Now, because me and Timothy were always talking, okay, we're always hanging out, just talking, okay. The little kid thought it was me, and he came walking up and hit me right in the eyes. I'm sitting there reading a book, and he walked up and hit me right in the eyes with the soap. So I jumped off the bunk, and I ran into the bathroom. I grabbed hold of him. I was going to, catch a charge. And the cop, the judges, or whoever that dude, the CO, he says, what's going on? Well, I told him, I said, you better tell him what's going on, And the kid said, I just hit him in the eyes with soap. So I don't get this part right. The kid was mixed. And the Aryans in that pod were the ones that threw piss and soap on my bunk when I was sleeping. And then when Tim got up and went to the bathroom, he came back and his bed was covered in piss and water soap too. So that's when I got up in the middle of the night. I just went to the guy. I was like, hey, I'm ready to bounce. These guys are all screwed up in this pod. So
how long was that then before y'all went to 300? Beach from C100 to C3 200.
I couldn't really tell you. I really couldn't tell you. Things just
kind of blend in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping that I'm only going to be here for at least 6 months. I've already been locked up for 3. I'm going on 2 more. They do this 5 for 6 thing out here or something. 85%. So I'm hoping I'm out of here in 5 months. Or I'm gonna go back to the house in South Beach and continue my life. Because this charge is from when I was 19 years old. Other than that, I have no domestic violence, no bad. Well, I got one bad. I was one battery, domestic battery. Other than that, I ain't got no violent crimes or nothing on my record.
How did he know this Judith person?
He met her.
Okay.
She was a known person in the neighborhood.
Okay.
Amongst most of the homeless people and the beer drinking people. Because there's other people up there in the block that know her. Okay. And know of her. So they all hang out there. Apparently this field is a hangout spot for most of the drinking homeless people. Okay, when they get their beers, they go hang out in the field and get wasted, smoke their tunchi and bang their meth and whatever out there. And apparently Judith was known amongst people, and that's how they were walking down the street, and Tim and his friend were walking together, and they saw Judith, and Tim hooked up with Judith, and his friend was like, "Oh, leave her alone." And he's like, "No, it's okay. You go ahead and go without me." And he stayed with her. And
did he say who his friend was? Do you know his friend's name?
No, I didn't say anything about his friend's name.
Do you know if Tim ever told anyone on the outside?
I couldn't tell you, man.
Right. So he never mentioned that, like, hey, I've told this person or anything?
No, I don't think, that's just the weirdest part. I don't think he really would say anything out there, but it's like in here, in order to be cool, you got to claim something. Like, wow.
So the friend told him to leave her alone?
Yeah, he told her to leave her alone. She's bad news or something.
Okay.
And,
so why did he go over to her?
because he figured it was easy prey, I guess.
Okay.
Did he say how old she is?
No, he never said that. He said, I thought, I'm not totally sure, dude. I couldn't tell you, because...
That's fine if you don't know or...
I couldn't tell you, you know.
That's okay.
But he said she was already beat up looking whenever he seen her. She looked like she had a black eye and a bruise, and, you know. And he said that apparently came from the Charlie guy, that white-haired guy with the white beard, whoever she met up with earlier that day. So.
You know anything else about him?
Apparently he drives a pickup truck.
Okay.
That's about it. No, you know.
Did Tim know Charlie?
Yeah.
Oh, he knows Charlie?
Tim knows who Charlie is. And Judith told Tim that Charlie was the one who gave her a black eye previous?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Do you know when she gave him that black eye? Was it like that same day, or was it days? Or
I think it might have been like 2 or 3 days prior. You know, like they were hanging out. He said they were hanging out together. Like they were his girlfriend for the weekend or something.
Okay.
I don't know how they do it out here. Probably the same way they do it in Chicago. Somebody gets a check and they acquire girlfriends for the weekend. Yeah.
But she was supposed to meet him, right? But he didn't show up, and
I don't think she showed up. You know,
okay.
She's the one that didn't show up. She ended up hooking up with Tim, and they ended up going and buying beer and getting drunk, and then going and buying more beer, and then.
Did you say what time of the day this was? Was this morning, afternoon, night?
He never told me.
Okay.
Do you know what the time frame was from when they first had sex and he choked her out?
He said it was nighttime.
Okay.
Whenever he choked her out.
Okay. And then you're saying he goes and gets breakfast, so sometime.
Yeah. He goes in it's Waffle House. They sell breakfast 24/7.
Okay.
So
and then you know when he went back to with the alcohol?
I couldn't tell you. All I know is there's a credit card that was used for purchasing the food, and it was her credit card. Okay, and other than that,
gotcha.
It was at that Waffle House. So.
Okay. Well, we don't know the time frame from when that first thing happened to when after he ate and all that and came back.
Yeah.
We don't know. Okay. Okay.
When's the last time, like the most current time that you talked to him about this?
Like 2 days ago. That's whenever he puffed up and ran at me. And
that's when you made the comment of you did it.
I was like, dude, you did this shit yourself. Man. You know, you can tell somebody a story, they don't believe you, and then they find out it's true.
Yeah.
You know, you're hit. You know what I mean? It's like you're in jail, dude. You're in here with a bunch of people that are trying to get out of jail for free. Okay, I don't care. I'm gonna be in here the next 2 months. I'm in here on a petty crime. You know what I mean? I don't have 2-3 years like most of these people. You know what I mean? I don't need nothing. You know what I mean? I'm getting out in 2 months. I mean, I'm not. You know.
And before we move on, so I don't forget while it's at the top of my head. Once you're out of here, you're going back to South Beach?
Yeah,
Do you have an address out there?
Yeah. And then from there, I might go back to Indiana.
Okay. Do you have a phone number that you're going to have? Or
It's in my...
do you know what the phone number is? Would that be on your arrest paperwork or anything?
No.
Okay.
But from there, I might end up going back to Indiana because it depends on what happens when I go back to the house, if I still have a home, you know, because my uncle hasn't written me or anything since I've been in Pasco County, so I might not have a place to live when I get out, so I might have to go back to Indiana where my kids are at. Because I don't like doing this homeless thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like having a job.
Did he say that he was choking her because he wanted to choke her, or was it because she kind of asked for him to do that?
No, he was choking her. He was trying to make her quiet.
Okay.
She was getting loud and telling him to stop, no, and screaming. And he didn't want nobody hearing her, so he choked her out.
Okay.
And
he said he liked it. And that's when I was like, whoa.
Did he elaborate on that anymore as far as like why he liked that, or?
He said turn him on. She was gurgling.
Did he mention any other times that he's done anything like that he's had liked choking someone out, or that he's done anything along those lines?
Yeah, well, he said he raped the chick when she was passed out. He was telling me about a time that he was at a friend's house and his friend's girlfriend was passed out on drugs, on her psychological medication, and he raped her while she was sleeping, knocked out. You know, I'm like, wow.
You know when that was? Like how?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Anything else? Any other like sex stories or anything?
Or anybody that he's said fantasies on, or what kind of women he likes, his girlfriends?
No.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you could think of that we haven't talked about?
No, not really. I'm comfortable in the pod that I'm in. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I'm not, I don't have nothing on my kiosk saying anything about talking to the police or nothing, so I'm in the safe zone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, what you tell us isn't going to go past us.
Yeah, but you understand. This is jail.
Yeah.
And once I go back up there,
I know. It's like a rumor mill, like high school. Yeah.
It's like, hey, where you been?
Yeah, I know. We get it.
Like, dude, I ain't been nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But nothing is going to come from us.
Was there anyone that asked you where you're going when they pulled you out, or anything like that? Did anyone seem suspicious or anything?
No. Well, there's one person, but it's not. It's nothing I'm worried about. Nothing I can handle.
You think it was something that you're saying there's one person? Think they were suspicious or asked you because of this particular
There's
incident?
another person up there that knows that Timothy was talking to. Okay, that he confided in and told him everything that he did and everything. Somebody else that knows exactly what I know. Okay.
Can we have that person's name?
He said he don't want to come out till Monday because he's afraid that too many of us come out at one time.
I understand that, and not even. We can probably wait till Monday, but can we at least have his name now?
Jeremy.
Okay.
So
I understand not wanting to pull everyone out.
Yeah, no, we get it.
He wants to space it out so it doesn't look like it's.
We get it. Did so Timothy was supposed to have told Jeremy the same thing?
Yeah, he did. He told him everything. Me and Jeremy were sitting there and he had told us everything.
So same time, same conversation.
But he had told me previous several times by ourselves.
Right.
Okay. When we came to this pod, we had met. Jeremy's bunk was right behind us, and now Jeremy is right above him. So yeah, he just, and then that guy Lenny, the other day when we had that puffed out conversation. Okay, I told him, I said, look, you did this shit yourself, and then Lenny took him outside in the rec yard and was like, look, why would you start a rumor like this, and then get mad about it? And then the idiot says, well, I really did do it. And Lenny was like, I was like, no way, dude.
Who is Lenny?
He's the old guy with the goatee, the bald guy.
Do you know his name? Lenny? Just said Lenny.
He's the guy that's supposedly going to wear wires, but I don't know.
Alright, well.
But yeah, it's just like, no way, dude. He gets mad because he'd say you're starting a rumor, but then he's totally saying, I did it. He's not denying it. I only heard him deny it one time through the 4 or 5 people, that were talking smack to him.
Is there anyone in the pod that is like actually friends with Tim, as opposed to him just confiding in you guys and giving you guys information? Anyone that would
that knows him?
Yeah, like that.
You're like friends with him?
Yeah, but this dude ain't gonna say nothing. He don't want to have nothing to do with it. He's the boyfriend of the girl that got raped.
Oh,
she was sleeping.
Okay.
Okay, that was his girlfriend at the time.
Does he know about that?
Yeah, he knows about him taking advantage. Tim told him, he said, I did your girlfriend when she was sleeping, and the dog found the rubber, and the dog had the rubber in his mouth running through the house, and, it's just like, and this dude's like, I can't believe he did that, but whatever, that was his ex-girlfriend, so. Good, I'm glad I don't have friends like this.
And what is that, as far as you know, what does that guy know that he's done? Like, what is Tim told him everything too?
No. Okay. Well, I don't know.
Or maybe you just don't know.
Maybe he might have, but I don't talk to the guy, you know what I mean? Because he seems it's okay that the guy his girlfriend, you know? So I'm like, okay, well, keep my distance from that one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even know people like that.
Alright.
Yeah, think of anything else?
Nah. I think that's it, unless you think of anything else that we haven't talked about.
No. That's, basically it.
If you can think of anything, or if something pops in your head, we're like, oh, I remember that, or whatever. And if you want to talk to somebody, instead of putting in like a request to talk to a detective, you can put in a grievance and just say, hey, whatever you want to put in the grievance. Like, want to talk to Chick or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, because they have a tendency to check your kiosk, the other inmates in there. And they're like, oh, if you're not a snitch, you'll show me your kiosk. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like, now the one obvious guy, like me, I had somebody else do it for me. You know what I mean? Little short guy with the little beard thing going on. I had him do it because I was like, I don't want to, put it on my kiosk. You know what I mean? Because I was bunked with the cat, and I was in the other pod with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got moved together, and you know what I mean? I'm like, and I straight told him one day, I was like, lucky. You're lucky. We're in jail. You know what I mean? Because if we weren't, he'd have an ass whooping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all there is to it, Because that's kind of crazy.
Hey, once he was talking about it to you openly and everything, and then finally, once it was mentioned that a body was found or whatever,
he started panicking.
That's what I was getting at. So
That's when
he changed.
Yeah, he totally changed. He started sweating. You could see it in his eyes, and he started getting big, bug-eyed, and he was getting real upset, and he's sitting in his bunk and staying by himself, and, he was getting real paranoid, you know what I mean?
How'd you guys find out about somebody dying and that it was kind of the same story?
When we went to the mother pod, and that guy had it on his kiosk, his girlfriend sent him the message, hey, they just found a body over there in the field. And I'm like, I look at him, I'm like, so you're serious, huh? It's just amazing, like, it's like, you really just told me all this, I'm in here on a misdemeanor, I don't need to know this shit.
Which guy was it again? I think you might have said it.
The Puerto Rican guy on the. I don't hit the key where the kiosks are. You might have to go ask the guards the seating thing. But where the kiosks is, the bunk on the right on the wall, the very bottom one.
Okay.
You have a list of. I think I have. If you saw a name, would you recognize the name? I have a list of everyone.
Spanish name right in the first beginning of the.
I have a list of everyone's name in the pod. His last name first.
Might be this guy. Don't have betting arrangements on here?
Yeah. Here's the betting. 219B, like that.
Okay. All right. So it'd be like a 201 maybe. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Okay.
He's the one with the kiosk.
So someone.
Yeah, he's the one that had it on the kiosk that somebody his girlfriend had sent him a message saying, "Hey, they just found this body,"
Okay.
And then somebody else in that pod that I had told about. This is one of the confirmations on the thing that's when I started realizing this dude's actually telling the truth. Well, somebody else on the kiosk went on the internet and looked it up.
You can go on the internet from the kiosk?
And
someone else?
Someone else does. I don't know how they do it. But he said that And the name of the lady is what did it for me. Because they said it was a lady named Judith. And it's the same name that he told me. And I was like, dude, he really did do this.
Does whoever it is, if it is this guy or whoever it is, does that person know Tim from the outside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because they live in that same general
Is
area.
that the same guy with the girlfriend?
No.
Oh, it's a different person.
The other guy, the guy with the girlfriend, his name is Josh.
Okay.
And he's on the total opposite side of the, he's on like the, I don't even know what the numbers are, what they even go up to. But they're like 31 or 30, 29, might be 29 or, I think it's 29. Bottom.
Yeah.
Some guy named Josh.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, yeah.
So that's a different person.
That's the guy.
Josh is 29 bottom.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the guy that has the girlfriend that he apparently raped when she was knocked out.
Okay.
And he knows him as well, and he may know about this situation. Okay.
Okay.
I just don't associate with him because it was okay for him to rape his girlfriend. So those are wasted people to talk to.
Do you know if that was like a reported incident, like that?
No,
you contacted law enforcement and stuff, or no?
No.
Okay.
That's another thing. I was like, just a waste.
All right. Anything else? All right. I appreciate you talking to us. We'll probably keep you down here just for a little while, just to kind of give you an excuse that way you're, I don't know, whatever you want to come up with. If
Right.
you had to meet with your lawyer or.
Tell them out there to give me a piece of paper with something like medical on it.
Yeah, if they can arrange. I'm sure Detective Jones can.
Or an attorney thing,
Right.
There you go. I haven't talked to an attorney since I've been here. It's been over a month.
Yeah, so some kind of attorney interaction or something like that.
My public pretender will not talk to me.
Yeah.
So you've already been sentenced and everything for that?
No. It's a violation of probation. I just left. Okay, because I didn't choose to be homeless at the time. I had a job, a wife, a house, a life. I didn't want to stay here and be homeless.
Yeah.
And they told me I had to choose to be homeless to do this probation. So I went back to Chicago. I walked to I-75 and pulled up a cardboard sign that said, "Trucker needs ride home, Chicago or bust." And I got picked up by the first trucker and drove straight back to Chicago. And I stayed there. And then me and my wife had a falling out. We had a drug problem. And I left her alone. And for a little while here. And now I'm like, trying to enjoy my situation. And I ended up going to South Beach. And
Well, hey man, good luck to you. He's gonna take you back or walk you out somewhere.
Cool.
So thanks for talking with us. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you in your future.
SAO called me now. I don't even say anything, so I don't even.
Finally, Timothy Johnson agrees to speak with police. They meet with him at the jail, where he's still serving time on his unrelated charge.
How you doing, Timothy? My name is Detective Lucius, my partner for Detective Burbridge.
Yes, ma'am.
You're not in any trouble right now, but since you're in here and you're actually physically in jail and detained, I have to read your Miranda, okay? But you're not in trouble or anything like that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have one being present while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to you to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide to exercise these rights at any time, not answer any questions or make any statements. Having these rights in mind, would you like to speak with me? Okay. Would you you have a level of education where you can sign your name? Mm-hmm. Okay, and read. Okay. This is what I just read to you, sweetie. If you wouldn't mind just signing right here. You got to print and sign right there. Thank you. Go ahead and read it again too if you need to. Pick it up, Steve. So I'm here with regards to just getting some word about an investigation that we haven't even started yet, but they're gotten some information with regards to a person that may have been killed over in Newport Richey. And I didn't know if you knew of that incident or if you have any information with regarding to that, or...
First time I'm hearing it.
Okay.
We don't get news in the pond, so.
Okay, okay. And but you don't get an outside source. I mean, do you have where you can talk to family members or whatever?
I've been trying to get a hold of my brother.
Okay.
I mean, legally I can't do that because we have to contact daughter, but I mean, that's the only person I can talk to, and that's my only family I got outside.
How are you trying to get a hold of them?
Through the kiosk.
Okay. Which is what, like an email or something? Yeah. Okay. Well, we know that it's like a high school in there, right? Yeah. So you have boys saying this and saying that and whatever. So we know that we have a female body that was found that we identified as a person, and we know that there have been people that have been saying that you at least knew the person at the least. Do you remember that? Do you have any female friends that you knew of that you used to hang out with prior to you coming in? When did you come in here?
March,
okay. Do you have any female friends that you were hanging out with during that time or earlier prior to that?
Just ones I saw when I went to AA.
Okay. Do you remember their names?
No, they really weren't associated like that. Just say hi and, stand next to them, see how they're doing, that's it.
Okay, all right. So would you just said you would associate with them and you would just kind of hang out and do that kind of thing, but you wouldn't really be with them.
Right, after the meeting, we'd go our separate ways.
And it's an AA meeting, so obviously you wouldn't be drinking with them or consorting with them or anything. So I have a picture of you with a person named Judi Therianos. Okay?
Okay.
So obviously you guys are hanging out, right?
All right.
So this picture was taken at a liquor store. And obviously, so it's probably not somebody that you met from AA. Can you tell me about this person, who that is?
I ran into her and just knew her. That was it.
How did you know her? How did you run into her?
She used to go around the neighborhood I was staying at. So, Riverbend.
Riverbend, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did she live there? Was she friends with people there?
As far as I know, she didn't live there.
Okay. Do you know anything? She died. Do you know anything about her death? When was the last time you saw her?
Somewhere around March.
What, before you came in, or?
Yeah, it was before I came in.
Okay. So you don't know her on a personal level. Is it somebody you would have hung out with?
Just, yes.
Up until now, have you heard that she died?
Yeah, that's the first I've heard of it, yeah.
So you haven't heard prior to this?
No.
Right. So it wouldn't surprise you to know that she died then, or did you know?
I didn't know.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut to the chase because we know that you killed her. Okay? I can just tell you right now. We know that you killed her. We know that you wanted to have sex with her, and she probably had consensual sex with her. And that's fine. You totally can have consensual
Tim,
sex.
right now, basically, like, honesty is going to be like the best policy because there's a lot of stuff that we know, and we just kind of want to give you the benefit of the doubt of explaining yourself. The lies aren't going to do anything good for you.
What I think happened was there was a rape fantasy that she probably liked to do because she did. She did like to do that kind of thing. And then, you know, when you orgasm, sometimes you can do asphyxiation. You know how like asphyxia people, they can, it heightens your orgasm, right? So I know that she was into that as well. So if it's something like that, then that's what we think it is. So that's not that big of a deal. So that's why we're talking to you. That's why we're asking you about it. So what can you tell us with regards to that?
Yeah, well, I mean, we did have sex, but I don't.
Did you know her for a long time before you had sex?
No.
Okay. All right. There's nothing wrong with you having sex with somebody.
No, that's what I was about to say. It's consensual. So.
Correct.
How many times did you have sex with her?
Once.
Where at?
It's pretty messed up, but I don't know. I don't know. I can't recall where I had sex on.
Was it in a car, in a house, outside, in a parking lot?
Outside.
Do you remember where? You said it was it around the place that you were staying, or?
Could have been. I remember I remember being next to a dumpster. I remember that.
Okay.
What happened?
It was just consensual sex, and I put her up against the dumpster. We had sex. Went our separate ways.
Okay. Did you have oral sex, anal sex, just vaginal to vagina?
No.
Okay. Did you guys agree to meet up again to maybe drink some more and have sex again, or?
No.
Okay. Well, how did she go? How did she go with you? Did you hang out for a little while and have like after that picture?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me just like what did you guys talk about?
See how she was doing. She was working at Labor Ready, and
okay.
I asked her if she wanted to have sex, and she said yeah. This was after a couple of beers, so I mean, I took a couple Xanax and all that good stuff.
Did she take any Xanax?
Not that I know
of. Okay, but not from the same person that you got it from. Okay. And did you guys perform any kind of like a rape fantasy type thing, or do any?
Just regular consensual sex.
Okay. What about choking her out or anything like that? No.
Tim, here's where I'm at with this. I know that you're lying, obviously, to it, and we have information of what happened before this, what happened during it, and what happened afterwards. So your lying to us isn't going to help you out in the long run.
Okay.
We're trying to give you the opportunity to explain what happened, why it happened, without us forcing it out of you. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to give you that benefit of the doubt of saying, hey, I fucked up, and here's why.
And there's nothing wrong with doing anything like that at all. It's just that since we do know, and then we know that you're lying, it just makes it so much worse for you that you're lying to me and him. You know what I'm saying? We're not calling you a bad person. We're not calling you a liar. We're just saying that you're lying to us about this incident.
Right, but you also called me a murderer.
Because, Tim, here's what we think happened. We think that during your guys' consensual sex or whatever was going on there, it escalated, and then it turned to the point where you killed her, as opposed to you didn't bring her into the wooded area to kill her.
I think it was an accident, is what I think. Because I'm thinking it was the choking for the orgasm, because that happens all the time. And it wasn't just got overdone. Really. That's really what I think.
Am I allowed to have my lawyer present?
If you want to, sure.
Okay.
All right. Very good. All right. Well, let me.
Do you have a lawyer?
No.
You don't have a lawyer?
Public defender.
Oh, you have a PD.
Who's your PD?
Don't know at this point.
You haven't seen him for your current charge? Okay. Have you talked to anyone on the phone as far as a lawyer? And so as far as you know, you're not appointed one, or you don't know who it is. Do you have a lawyer that you want us to contact?
No, like a family attorney or something like that.
I'm not rich. So.
Okay. Well, just because you have a family tree doesn't necessarily mean you're rich, but.
Okay. So the public defender's office?
Okay. And there's nothing else you'd want to talk to us about with regards to anything with Judith?
Well, you obviously have all the facts that you know. I mean, obviously I'm looking at some serious prison time here, so.
Why would you say that?
Because you think I murdered her, so.
Well, you haven't given us anything to refute that. Okie dokie.
You gotta go grab it.
Yeah.
How long you been here for?
Here. Since March. It's March 16th, something like that.
Alright. You know what for him?
I'll be right back down.
Okay.
Okay. Interview with Timothy Johnson, April 27, 2016, at approximately 15:20 hours. Reference case number 16-13637, Detective Johnny Lucia and James Burridge.
Timothy Johnson was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison.